Okay, now, what we'll do, if there's ever a screen in the installation, we'll do it together, and we'll do it first. And then when we're done with the screens, the lineman can go in your cubby hole over there and talk about slips and everything, okay? So, the screen that's going in tomorrow is 22 Texas, halfback screen left. If we flip the play over, it'd be what, Pat?
23 Texas halfback screen.
Halfback screen, right, okay? Most of our screens come off of a pass plays that we run, okay? And come off of several different protections that we use, okay? Keep in mind, when we call 22, we block the protection first, right? So if we get blitz, even the back that's screening picks up the blitz, okay? Now obviously quarterbacks, if you know it's a full blitz, you may just simply get out of some of the screens we have. You prefer screens against zone. Now there's some screens that are awesome against man, you know. But anyway, okay? Anyway, look at red right. 22 Texas means we'll sell Texas. Fullback runs your Texas route. Tight end on Texas, inside release, push up the field, and you're going to start inside, but then you're going to go ahead and wheel on the thing to block a backside linebacker. We'll block level, second level here, we'll push off, block second level there. If we have man-to-man, we run them in the end zone. Okay? Quarterback will take a 5-step drop and eyeball the Texas. Okay? We want the linebackers to play the tight end and the fullback right here and flow this way, because then we're going to screen away from it. All right? Now, regardless of what protection we have, assignments and timing up front remain the same. That's the beauty and the simplicity of our screen package. We can show flanker drive, strong or weak, or Texas Z in. We can show anything we want. But basically, for the lineman, it's all the same. Okay? The play side tackle. Will set and cut. Okay? If you can, set and cut. You saw some examples from the Packers where the guy went inside and he had to just wash him down inside. It wasn't a cut. But basically, you want to cut here. Now you want to set deep enough tackles. Set deep enough where the halfback can get up inside of you. Okay? If you're only 2 or 3 yards from the line of scrimmage, the back can't get there. And he's too close to the line of scrimmage. Okay? Get some depth. Now, 3 people that are going to get involved in the screen are guard, center guard. This tackle, you stay solid with your blocking assignment. Okay, 22. Block the protection first. Left guard normally will be the first guy out. Normally, but not always. Okay? Sometimes, like against this front, maybe he's covered and the center's uncovered and the center will get out first. Whoever gets out first will come flat, parallel with the line of scrimmage, and kick out the force. It could be this linebacker coming up. It could be a hard corner coming up and forcing it. Somebody's got force. First guy out kicks his ass into the cheerleaders. All right? Second guy out comes flat, but then you're going to get up in the alley with your eyes inside, and blocks the next thing that shows up the field. Backside guard. You block protection first, and as you start coming flat, you're going to peek, write that down, back, because if somebody's chasing this thing, you got a chance to come back and block him. John Wilmore, you did that today, didn't you? Okay? You peek, go through there, now take a right, and you get back up inside too, just like the center. Okay? So normally, we'll have 3 men out on the screen. Halfbacks. Check first. Wherever your responsibility is, you check him first. If it's this, you over here. All right? If he comes, you block him. Give him a good one, but then you're going to still screen. Okay, Brandon? And all you youngsters, all right? Screen. We would like to sit in there and lead with the guard. All right? The guard probably be up first. You on his hip. Stay away from the guard. You want to catch the ball about 3 yards in the backfield. And if we're going to screen left, you're going to throw it over his shoulder, quarterback's this way, so he can catch it and turn outside. All right? Got that? And away we go. This is going to be a huge play for us. All the screens, all right? If we flip it over, it'll simply be red left, 23 Texas, halfback screen right. Got it? Big blocks downfield receivers. Any questions on this particular screen? The basic screen. Sell the Texas, screen away. Okay, let's take a look at it.
X is you get secondary force.
Call it, Pat.
Red right, 22 Texas, halfback screen left.
All right. Here's pretty good right here. Good step by the tackle. Give, and then you cut. All right, set in there, check your assignment. Here's your halfback. Here's your blocking responsibility. Check in. All right, now draw. Here we go. See ya. Now, get your eyes open. Eyes open. Now, back here on the peak, you guys make a smart decision. All right? You can hit them. That's terrific. But if you have to clip them, pull off. All right? Pull off or back glove on that badass. Just run.
Sit down, get to a max out.
Eyeball that Texas, man. Big blocks up here. Let's go that for right there. Right, there's several examples here. Call it, Steve.
Red right, 22 Texas, halfback screen left.
Halfbacks eyeballs are right there. Okay? Texas, right here. Quarterbacks, you look at Texas. Give it a little pump. That's okay. Look at these guys. Look at these two linebackers. If they get used up in Texas, this guy better make a play. And we got 3 big guys on his ass. Okay? See this? You gotta block him up. And you linemen, you come a running. Come a running. And if they're gonna try to dodge you, that's fine. You just run at them, okay? If they dodge you, they can't make the tackle. There's your kickoff block. Stay up on your feet. Not underneath the smithereens.
Oh,
Five steps, quarterbacks. 5 steps, sit down, and then give. We want to throw a dart. 80% of the time we'll throw a dart, which means get, okay? If there's a big guy that doesn't get cut, then we have to go over the top. We call that what? Free throw. Okay? We'd like to have a shorter name for a dart. That's why we cut, okay? In practice tackles, tell the guy, all right? Unless we're in a scrimmage or something. But if it's for the sake of the drill, let them know you're going to cut them so we can get a screen run. All right, coming out this way. Come on. Kick him out. Who's this guy right here? Caleb, is that you?
I don't know.
This guy's going to come out. You stay flat and then knock him out of bounds. See that? First guy out, kicks out, right here. Somebody will force this. Him, right here to cover whatever the hell this is. He's got clout, okay? You kick him out, the back will go up inside of him. Caleb, right? That's good effort. Big blocks down the field. Run down the field, 34 yards. We got all kinds of backs. Just run. Sit in there. Brennan, that's the guard right there. If he comes, you get him. See him drop. Get out the guard. Come on. We got linemen that are big and strong, but they can all run. They got to be able to run in this offense. All right, call the play. Terry, yes, call this play.
Red right, 22 Texas, fullback screen left.
Okay, halfback screen, okay? All right, you give it a pump. Give it a 5-step pump. You sell that Texas. Make them play Texas. All right, make them play it. Backs, get up the field. We used to say we wanted to run this up the sidewalk, which was the numbers. Now our numbers in college are a little bit wider, I think. Aren't they a little wider? But it's up in here. This is what that screen is going to be. Caught here and boom, get up this alley right here. Now tackles, this is an improvise, isn't it? Take a look. Couldn't cut him because of the game. Just get up. Keep a sense of timing. Okay, is that a good peek right here? Take a look at the backside guard. Chops, he is. All right, here's kick-out block. Here it comes. Here's force. Kick him out. Come on, block. Run. Downfield. Everybody.
And the tight end coach. Ooh, whoa.
Right here. Now, we had some of these, right, Tony? In practice, you had a couple times. You be careful of our guys. You're going to have this availability. every now and then, okay? You be careful with our guys. But fullback, 2-2, after you Texas, off the wheel, and see if you can make a legal block in front and above the waist. All right? We got some fast backs, fast Brandon and Tarek and Delta O'Neill and all kinds of guys. We get the ball out there with big linemen in front. Look out. Call up the PAT team. All right, see you. Now, lights, please. I want all of you guys right here to get up, go get some water or some juice, okay? And then go.
I'm really going
Anybody out there? All right.
Do what?
We're going to install the passes. Look at the
That's
field.
not-
And then touch on it, okay? Okay, Taylor, let's do it, buddy. All right, turn to this page. Turn to this page. Base passes. Okay? Now, take awesome notes. Let me qualify that by saying, you know, I do want you to take notes, but when I'm talking to Tom Cable or you or whoever does this, you know, we're going to be making some coaching points and pointing some things out. You got to be able to see what we're talking about, too. You know what I mean? You can't miss some of these points because you're tracing over 13 times yellow. Okay? So, pay attention and take notes in between sentences. Okay? 5, red and white. This is all stuff you had before. Okay? We'll talk through it again. And you know what? Every week we'll talk through it. And if you're in the system for 5 years, we'll keep talking through it. Because you know what? I'm not kidding you. Joe Montana for 16 years in a row. Listen to 324 Omaha. Every installation, every dreaded review. You know? Okay? It becomes an audible. And it becomes something else. And there's always a different coaching point. And it's always a reminder. And it's always, okay? So I don't want you to ever get bored with any of this stuff. Even if it's a repeat. Okay? And this is certainly not repeat because we're all brand new with this stuff. Okay. 324. Anytime it's a 3-digit call, youngsters, it's 3-step drop. Or it could be a 1-step drop. It's quick throws. Okay? 200 jets, 324s. That's all quick stuff. Right? Now, Omaha is the quick out. The signal is quick out. Right? It's the audibles. This is audible stuff. Red, 324 Omaha. Okay? Or red, 324 Thunder. Or red, 324 Smoke. And we will use audible probably once a game or twice a game, whatever. These are our audibles. Okay? Now, tight end, inside release, and you sit out over the ball. Okay? You're not going to get the ball very often. But you always got to be available. If the quarterback comes out, looks at it, and goes, oh, shit. And the back had a block. He's going to change his feet, and he's going to find you. Okay? So you get in there between linebackers, somewhere over the ball. If we have any one of these 3 calls, the Omaha Thunder or Smoke, and we get either bump and run, or cloud, that's what this is, then we'll run the fade. Fade, okay? Versus cloud or bump and run. Got that? Make sure you know it when we adjust our routes. Sometimes we convert, sometimes we stay on with the route. You gotta know when it changes, okay? Backs, this is aggressive protection. You block your man, and Coach Moses will go over each front with you. You block your man aggressively, as close to the line of scrimmage as you can. You keep their hands down. Keep their hands down. And make a good smack on there so the quarterback can throw the ball out in the flat without getting the thing batted down. Okay? If your back drops, then you simply check it down. You come out here hard, guy drops, you turn near the line of scrimmage, okay? Maybe 1 by 1, just turn and expect the ball. Because if he doesn't like his receiver or it fades and he gets really bumped out of bounds, he's going to check it down to the back or inside to the tight end. Okay? And that came up today, didn't it? All right? If we're in slot formation with any one of these plays, on an audible or a play call, we're talking to the outside man. Okay? So red, right slot, 324 Omaha, we're talking to the outside man. The inside guy always has the lookie. A lookie is kind of an angle inside, and if they blitz it or if this guy widens real fast, you might get the ball thrown early. Okay? Boom! Real quickly. Vertical throw up the field. All right? If we are in zoom formation, receivers, where the Z was here and the X were here, which we'll do. Same thing, 324 Thunder, we're talking to the outside man, there's the Thunder, looking with that, okay? Everybody else is the same. 3-step throw for the quarterback, all right? If it turns into a fade, quarterbacks, on the outside, whether it's there or there, you may go 3 and have to shuffle your feet for timing's sake, okay? 3 and shuffle, or 3, well shoot, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3 throw, because he's going to get hit, and he's going to have to release. He's going to have to come off a jam, okay? And then you try to get into the soft spot, okay? Now, red left slot, 325. Left formation is 325, isn't it? Right formation is 324, okay? Same play, but flipped over. Z Omaha. Z Omaha. Outside release by the X, okay? Mandatory, whether it's cloud or free access. Outside release. And we're running an Omaha with the inside receiver. Everybody else is the same in here. Now, when would we call this? When would we call a play like this? Yeah, on the goal line.
Third down.
It's a little bit like sprint option if it's set up like this. You know, we're throwing the Z real quick in the flat. But you want man-to-man, you know? This guy's inside leverage. We throw that all day long. And he'll run him off, and away we go. Okay? Now, this is also an audible. Okay? If we get this formation, chances are you'll audible to what?
Sprint right option.
Q8, sprint right option. Okay? If we're flipped over, if our slot formation is set this way, okay? I don't want us to check the Q9 because we don't practice it, okay? We'll do this instead.
How am I going to call that?
Red, 324Z. Red, 324Z. And that means Z Omaha. Okay? It's a Z call. And it's this. That's a Z. Okay? Got it? Okay. 324, 325Z. Z Omaha. Okay. Now, we got to be able to throw the ball quick on all of our formations. Okay? And we got to be able to maximize our protection. 324, 325 is 7-man protection. It's good against blitz, okay? Now, we're in double wing. We don't have 7-man protection. That's 6. All right? This is 7. If we use the tight end in place of a back. So instead of back splitting and the tight end getting out, now the tight end's going to block, and this guy's going to block away from the tight end. And now we got a 7-man protection. Okay? Halfbacks, or any back that splits out. Okay? If we call 374, just like 74 protection means the tight end's blocking and the remaining back goes away from the tight end. 374 is the same. All right? Now, again, we can call Omaha Thunder or smoke, and it would fade versus cloud or bumper run, and whoever's in the slot has the looking. Okay? Slot man, we could be halfback, far west right slot, and check the 324 Thunder, then the halfback would have the Thunder, and the Z would have the looking. Okay? It's where you line up. That matters. Any questions on that? If we flip the play over, Z, what would we call it? What is this play right here?
Doubling left.
Doubling left.
375 Omaha Thunder smoke.
375. Omaha Thunder or smoke. Okay? Good. All right. That's our quick throws. Maximum protections. Quarterbacks, we could use those for if somebody comes out and the plan is to just to blitz us all to hell. They're just going to come after us because they don't know any other way to stop us or take it. You know, they got to do something. Well, we'll make those huddle calls, okay? But they'll always be available for audibles, okay? Our audibles are all on what? One and red or black are the light colors. So it'd be black, 374 Thunder. Black, 374 Thunder. Said hut, okay? Or red, 325Z. Red, 325Z. Said hut, okay? So what we just talked about were potential audibles, right? Against blitz. All right, let's talk about our drop back passes now. Red alert, 22Z in. We're going to use Z in when there's nothing left to call. We're going to use Z in when we want to get you started. Or if you're cold and we got to get a completion to you. You know what I mean? Or if you're in a 2-minute drill and you need just a play that you can complete for some yards. 22Z in is good against a lot of things. All right? It's the simplest play in football. Now, Z's, take a normal split. Normal is about 12 yards. If you get to 16 or so, like you would on Texas, that's a big split, okay? Normal is about 12. Red right, 22's the in. The Z is going to run it in. Okay, now, the in stays on against cloud, okay? Against bump and run, the in turns into a speed move. Got that? A speed move is this. You might get to 10 yards. I don't know if you're going to get to 12. You're probably going to get jostled around a little bit because of bump and run. So you're going to get up the field 10-ish, okay? And then flat and hard. And then you're going to, what you call your drill, your throw-by drill. Boom! Come across there flat, okay? And the quarterback's got to know that on a pre-snap read. Anticipate him being inside, okay? Now, on a speed, you got to throw that ball in there someplace, okay? Now, why can't you wait till it's in the middle? You got linebackers covering the tight end who's sitting down in the middle, okay? So if this wait's too long, you're going to have a danger in here, all right? So hit them just after the break, flatten them off, let them run inside, okay? That's the Z end. Tight ends, inside release. You're working to the backside guard area. It's called a short cross, all right? You sit down and sit. You're not going to move back inside unless the quarterback looks at you and holds the ball. Then he'll move you away from that linebacker. Otherwise, you just sit there, okay? Fullbacks, you're going to run a wide route, okay? We could be in different formations. We could be in red, or we could be in green near. In 20 protections, the backs always split, okay? Keep that in mind. Whoever's coming out strong is the hot receiver, okay? Meaning, if the guard is covered, if the guard is uncovered, we're hard off of 2. If they both come, throw it hot, okay? If the guard is covered, we're hard off of 1. If he comes, we throw it hot, okay? That's your hot on 22, it's the end. Right now, progression is 1 to the Z, regardless of coverage. Doesn't matter if it's cover 9. If it's cover 9, get inside release, hit your whip, and we're going to hook you up in there. All right? It's man-to-man. You're still number 1 against everything. All right? Number 2 is the back, and number 3 is the tight end. This is called a strong triangle read. Strong triangle read. Okay? Let's talk backside. Backside X has a post. If the free safety comes out of the middle, you're getting the ball for a touchdown. Okay? So you're on that post. Ball's out every time. Because part of the system says, I've got a post on some of my plays. So you better keep a free safety in the middle. Because if you start blitzing and you vacate the middle, you got a little bit of risk. Okay? So we're going to gas your ass. So that's why we got to be willing to throw the post, and we've got to be humming through there expecting the ball so people know that we will. Okay? Backside, halfback, you check solid protection. If your backer drops, you check it down. Okay? You just simply check down. We call that a check down on outlet. Okay? Happens in a little bit different place every time. Depends on how you get up. Okay? Quarterbacks. 6-man protection. Hot over here. This is a high completion percentage play. Flip it over. Red left. 23's the end. Okay. Now, go back one more time. Another formation we're going to put this in is green near. Same play. Green near. What's the difference, man? Well, let's worry. You back split, we said, right? So now you are the hot. Fullback, you are protecting the backside. There's a difference by formation, right? And everybody else is the same. Okay? Quarterbacks know this. This back right here can't stretch it as fast. So if you're flat defender, let's say it's covered. Let's say it's hawk snipe, 3-deep zone. The strong safety sitting here, you have a wide from there. You'll get some width sooner than you will from, say, this guy running the wide, right? Okay? Just know that. But that's okay. You gotta be able to drop back pass from this formation. Green strong, green near. And we're gonna run the ball. Okay? All right, now, Tiger group. Sean Bullock's not here yet. Tiger group will do a lot. All right? Now, anytime we're solo, quarterbacks, almost every time, when we call play from solo, there's a possible over. okay? And that's kind of the first thing that comes out of your mouth in the huddle, just to alert it, right? Okay, tiger move. Solo left, 23Z in, possible overcall, okay? Now, one back set, so whoever that back is, can be a full back or a half back, it doesn't matter. You're the strong back, the hot back, okay? Tight end, short cross, Z in, backside post, okay? Now, if the strong safety's sitting here, we simply do what? Red over. Now, he runs the end. He runs the short cross. He protects first and then checks them. He runs the post, and the back comes out this way. And the protection turns into 22. Okay? Gotta be willing to do that. 23Z in, 22Z in on a solo flip flop. Okay? Alright. Next play. Red right, 22 Texas. Alright? Another 2-minute play. This will be a 2-minute play. This will be a no-huddle play. What we want to do, guys, is get so good with on the ball and our 2-minute stuff that we say, all right, Pat, let's go. No huddle. You take the series, and we'll give you. We won't give you the whole book to run, right? We'll give you a package. There'll be Z in, there'll be Texas, there'll be Arrow, there'll be 94, there'll be pitch, and there'll be a couple things like that, and you just call them. Okay? Now, for 20 years in this system, this stuff has been the 2-minute drill. Okay? Any shotgun, 4 lines, anything else. It's red, right, and left. Z in, Texas, Arrow, 324 Omaha, and that's it. I'm not kidding. Okay? That's what it is. So this has got to be bread and butter. Now, Texas, 22 Texas. Again, back. You're out 3 on the strong side, or you're hot. If you're hot on Texas, you just have a sense of urgency with this. You see guards uncovered, hot on the 2, just have a sense of urgency. Boom! As soon as you cross the line of scrimmage, you're going to get the throw. All right? Tight end, inside release. We want you to occupy that linebacker. Okay? So if you're inside release, he might just lean right on you. And they better lean on our tight ends. All right? Or we're going to hurt them down the middle. So that helps as Texas roll out. Okay? You're on a read route, tight end. Read. If the middle is there for you, you take it. Okay? I want you to be greedy. Tony, it doesn't have to be cover 9. If they blow coverage in cover 3 or 4 or blitz. Did you guys see the Packers the other night play? Okay? Did you see the touchdown throw to Keith Jackson? Broken play. He was supposed to run a basic cross, free safety left. He threw his hand up and he took it for a touchdown for 45 yards. Okay? And it's just meeting heads up. So anything that gives you the middle, Tony, take it. Okay? On Texas. Now, if there is a free safety middle, you're going to run an outside pivot. Okay? 10 yards. Outside pivot. Okay? If it's man-to-man with the free safety, you're going to run that pivot and stay on the move. Run. Okay? You got that? That's why we need a big split by the Z and run the pivot and work back away, because you could have a tight end coming at you. All right, Z's? Got that? Big split, stay wide. Progressions. 1 to the Texas, 2 to the pivot, on the tight end's pivot, and 3 to the Z. Okay? Quarterbacks. If you know it's cover 9, you know damn well it's cover 9. Okay? You come up, and you know the tight end's going to read it because they're looking for it. You come up back there, and you see the safeties. You give it. Even though the Texas is still number 1. Okay? The linebacker goes back, you kick your Texas. We're going to make you do that, okay? But if he starts leveling it off, you know you're going to have that throw for a chunk, okay? So get a good pre-snap read on it, okay? This throw doesn't happen very often, quarterbacks. It just doesn't. Once a year, okay? It's right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is Texas. You 2 guys are working to get open. Backside, check your backer, and now you've got to run this outlet at 5 yards. You guys are halfbacks. Big job, because that linebacker has got to cover you. We want you to use him up, because we want the tight end to use up that backer. We want the halfback to use that backer. So when we catch this, we split them. Okay? We split the backers when we catch Texas. All right? X, you clear outside and you run 100 miles an hour up the field on this play. Okay? Now, there's going to be place for the X's. There's going to be place for the Y's and the Z's and the halfbacks and all that. Sometimes your decoy, sometimes your progression is number 1 or 3 or whatever. All right? Doesn't matter. You run your route. Full speed. You have a huge purpose in life. Okay? So on this particular play, you're going. All right? X's, there'll be your time to get X drive and all the other things that everybody's clearing for you. Okay? All right, now, another formation. Green, white, strong. 22 Texas. Okay? Who's the hot? Terry. Who's the hot? Green, white, strong. 22 Texas. Texas. Okay? In this situation, guard is covered. Hot off of 1. Right? Okay? Now, different formation. We got a drop back throw from green, strong, and green there. Okay? Everything else is the same. Okay. 24 and 25. Maximum protection. All right? Could be an audible. All right? Square out. Red, right. 24, double square out. Now, when we talk about square outs, if it's cloud, we're going to run the fade. Okay? Because if it's cover 9, then what happens is you have 3 verticals, don't you? You got tight end reading, you got conversions, and here we go, up the field, which is great. But make this note, if you get bump and run, the route stays on. Okay? On square out. Today our defense is playing cover 80. Okay? 80, which is quarters across the board, but the corners were doing what? They were going to bump and run, weren't they? That's your read technique. And that's a bitch, because you don't quite know if you should convert routes or not. Because really, he's got 1/4 coverage, but he's making you think it's bump and run. Okay? It's very good. Okay? Anyway, it would stay on in that case today, right? It stays on. Tight ends, you get an easy release, and you got your read. You're going to run a basic cross, okay, try to get over the ball, or you're going to take it. All right? Any free safety in the middle, or if it's cover 8 meaning quarters, and there's a safety on top of you guys, Eric Brandon, you just go ahead and work the middle, okay? There's a safety anywhere up in here over the top of you, work your basic cross and sit down, all right? But if there's nobody in there, well, here we go, okay? You look right after you clear those linebackers. The throw to the tight end will be in there 18, 20 yards, 22 yards, boom, right in there, okay? Get it up and get it down, because you have to be over the backers usually, all right? Now, this is a little bit of a squirrely route for the backs, because we don't do it very often. It's called a check M. You check your backers, because it's 24 protection, M route, all right? And you just give a little ground, just here, about 3 yards outside here, and just, if he wants to dig it to you, it's your last resort, okay? I know it. You may never get it again, but check M, all right? 24 double. If we check to this play, we audible to it, it's what? Okie, right? Red, 24 Okie, that's an out, right there, that's out. Red, 24 Okie, red, 24 Okie. But we play San Diego State, they play a lot of off-man, inside leverage. They can't cover Omaha and double square out. Okay? Eric Lewis, little guy, and the other guy's pretty good, but they're playing inside techniques, see? And they're playing off, so we've got to throw some outs. Okay? All right. And then if you go green mirror, right? Same thing. Just check in from where you are. Backs always split. Okay, half backs, now you're on the strong side. 24 double square out. All right, now, we're not just going to run square outs. We're going to run everything else. The 24 protection. Maximize our protection, okay? Against blitz, against teams you don't know what they're quite doing, you know, Navajo, whatever. All right? Now, if we call it 24 double go, on all of these tight ends, all of these, tight ends got a read. You got your read, okay? You got your basic cross from 12 to 14 yards, or you're taking it through if there's no free safety, okay? So it doesn't matter any one of these 24. Backs, you're always checking your linebackers on these, and you're running them flat. We want to have you stretch the field horizontally, okay? Stretch it, so check and go, all right? Quarterbacks, if it's a double go, we'll go 5, hitch and throw. If it's a double dig or comeback, we'll go 7. All right? Now, listen to this. If we call a dig, if we call 24 double dig or 74 double dig or H2 double dig or something double dig, the dig stays on. Write that down. The dig stays on when you call the dig. Now I'm going to quiz you. When do we have a dig? We've got trap now, 16, 17 power now, okay? Fox 2 and 3 run. The reason we got to run the ball from red is because a lot of our passes are from red, okay? We've got to have some run pass tendencies by formation that are close to 50-50, okay? That's why. Now, doesn't mean we're not going to go green, strong, and near and fly and run pitch and counter and everything. We're going to do that too. But those are run emphasis formations, so we got to find a way to pass the ball out of green here, right? That 22's the end. We got to blend our formations so we don't have big tendencies, okay? But all of our red runs pretty much are in now, right, Tom?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good start. See you guys tomorrow. Do it. Base passes. All right, base passes. 322 Y stick. 322 says what? It's a quick throw, isn't it? All right, 3-step drop. Now, Y stick is going to be a play that we carry 3 different ways every game, okay? Normally there will be one from base, there will be one from tiger, and then maybe one from zebra, okay? The zebra one is sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But there might be another one in short yardage. It might be another one for 2-point play. This is going to be a big play for us. So we have to be multiple in formations, right? We will run it more to the right with 322, okay? But we need to practice it and see if we can run it 323. Okay, Pat?
Yes.
Okay. Now, regular group. Brown right, slot. Right here, slot. Now, I think last spring we decided you guys wanted to get on the line of scrimmage to get in here a little bit quicker. Is that true?
Yeah.
So that's why we put, doesn't have to be. Okay? It just doesn't have to be. Either way. Brown right, slot, A right motion. Now, we've been going fly motion. Fly motion is run game stuff. It's green, strong, and near fly. It's run game stuff for pitch and counter. Okay? When we start saying A right, C left, that's pass game stuff. Okay? Brown right slot, A right. 322 Y stick. We want to snap the ball right there. In your notes, put a little line right there in the C gap. You youngsters, that's A gap, B gap, C gap. Right here is where we want to snap the ball. Quarterbacks every time. Precision. C gap. Okay? Backs in motion. We want you to hug the line of scrimmage as close as you can because we want you to get a couple of yards quickly. As soon as you pass that tight end, you get a couple of yards and look for the ball. You're the number 1 man in the progression. Okay, backs? Now, quarterback, if it's very soft out here, you simply give him the ball, let him take a left, and get up the field for as many as he can. Okay? Just put it on him. Now, I'm not going to make your decisions for you, but that's going to happen maybe only 20% of the time. Maybe only 10, 20%. Okay? Now, tight ends. We want an inside release. We want an inside release. Push up the field straight. Straight. All right? This linebacker, he's not going to know whether he should get his hands on that tight end or sit back and wait for Texas or go blind. Okay? So you just push straight up the field. When you get to 5 or 6 yards, you take an outside pivot, and if it's soft, the quarterback's going to put it on you. Okay? He's going to put it on you. Now, the Y is going to get the ball more times than not, even though this is 1 and this is 2. This guy's, you got to think Y stick. That's the guy we try to get the ball to. Okay? Now, tight ends. Every now and again, we'll work on it once in a while, but this linebacker, he might drop right back there, and you might have to just hook up and just stay put. Okay? Or if this guy's hugging you, You might have to come out of it a little bit and separate from him. But it's a feel thing. Get open in there between those two people, these linebackers, all right? Got me? Sean? Now, backside, number 3. Whoever's in the slot, we're going to get back in there, get near over the ball. Okay, Bobby? Near over the ball, but you're never going to get there, really. And you got to sit down between linebackers. Now, obviously, if this guy goes to the tight end and he's hanging out, you can get in there and just sit, all right? But if there's a linebacker sitting right there waiting for you, obviously you want to split them. You want to go right there. Stay away from trouble, right? Now, if it's man-to-man, you're going to come in there and then you're going to run away back outside because you're going to lose him, all right? Now, quarterbacks, you're working this side. If you don't like it, you simply change your feet and you find him. He may be sitting right there, or if this linebacker starts to hug him, he'll move back away from him and you get your completion in here. All right? X, backside post. You go fast and go through there and keep this coverage soft. If for some reason it's a blitz or something and he comes all the way back and doesn't like this, we might take a shot right there. Okay? Now, the remaining back, 322Y stick. Okay? It's 22 protection, yes, but it's not really hot like 22 is because it's a 3-step drill. So basically you want to stay front side if they blitz it. Okay? Stay 1 or 2. Because normally you don't have time to reset and go to 3. So stay at 1 or 2 quarterbacks on a blitz hot side. Okay? Now, fullbacks, we're going to put you on a wide. All right? Check your backer and then run a wide. That's a change from the spring. The reason we want to do that, because our defense is playing a lot of cover 8. All right? Which puts this linebacker here on the remaining back. And if you run a wide, he widens with you almost in man-to-man. Okay? So that makes it huge for this spot route right here, for the Z. Okay? Check wide. Now, quarterbacks, you okay with that? Mm-hmm. Even though he's 1, think here. All right? Only time you throw that is if it's very, very soft. All right? You gotta like it, otherwise reset and find him. You run this play instead of a run. Okay? You throw the ball here on this play instead of running pitch, because it's a 6-yard gain. Okay? But what happens when you complete the ball, they better tackle you, or it's a 12-yard gain, right? They better tackle you, or that backside Z is a 16-yard gain. Okay? All right, now let's run it a different way. Tiger group. Totally different formation for the defense to defend. West, right. Tiger group now. This is west. If we said east, the U would be on the inside. If we say west, he's on the outside. West right, slot. And we can fiddle with this, okay? Coach Taylor?
Yeah.
Either way, doesn't matter. 322Y stick. Same progression for the quarterback. He's 1, if it's soft, give him the ball. Otherwise, work number 2. Back to 3. Check wide is number 4, okay? This base, you can write this number 4 in the progression right here. All right, and there's some examples probably, I don't know if you have more film, where the quarterback actually comes back to number 4. All right? Now, of course, we can flip these plays over and run 323Y stick. All right? West left slot right here. West left slot, 323Y stick. Progression 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Call this play, Pat. Okay?
Round left slot, C left, 323 left there.
Okay, good. Round left slot, C left, 323Y stick. Say it, Z.
Round left slot, C left, 323 left stick. Right?
Yeah. You see?
Yeah, no trouble.
Cut it. Okay. All right, let's stick. All right, we'll get started with those 2 sticks tomorrow. And then we're going to add to it. We're going to add a lot of sticks. Okay? All right. Red right, 22Z in. We already have that play, but what we're doing now is adding wide go as a changeup. Now, the reason we would run 22Z in wide go is for cover 8. Okay? In cover 8, our defense is calling it Eagle 80. Okay, 80. But that's 8 to us. All right? He's going to basically have him, and what happens is these 2 backers have these 2 remaining people, and he's got him. Okay? So he'll get used up here. On an inside release, this backer will take the tight end up the field, and so will that safety. So these 2 people will be eliminated. This backer will lock on to this guy right here, and there's going to be a huge lane to throw the Z, the ball. This is a killer for cover 8. All right? That's what the play is for. 22 Z and Y go. Cover 8. Flip it over, 23 Z and Y go. All right? Everybody's got Z in except the tight end. He changes. We can run it also from Tiger. Solo right, 22 Z and Y go. All right? Same thing, if you get cover 8, run the play. Tight end will use up 2 people, and the progression is 1-2. That's it, quarterbacks. 1-2.
Question.
Yes.
What would make us go over?
Cover 3. Cover 3 right there. Even though we run, that's a good question, because we do run 22Z in against cover 3, don't we?
Right.
Every day. But if he's sitting right there, we want to go over just like we would in 22Z. Okay? Now the tight ends, now you got to be sharp on that. Then if we went over, now this guy's got the go, this guy's got the in, the back's going to wide over here, right? He's going to block, backside post. Okay? So we're talking about the tight end and the U, changing assignments there on the overcalls. Capiche, Eric? All right, buddy. All right, now, we ran Texas today, and they did a pretty good job of, defending Texas. What do you think they're doing in their meetings? All right? They got our installation. Did you give them our installation? Yeah, see, they're cheating. They're trying to stop our plays. But when it starts to all add up, then they're going to have no clue. All right? Fullback arrow is a sister play to Texas, or big brother, or whatever it is. Okay? It starts off on Texas right here. Now let me go through the progression first. Difference for the quarterback, number 1, it's a 7-step drop. Stretch your drop, okay? Texas is a 5, isn't it? You stretch your drop to 7 on fullback arrow. Tight end is number 1. You've got a read rope, don't you? If it's free safety middle, you bend it in here and find a window. 12 to 14 yards. You just find it, free safety middle. If you get cover 9, which is too deep, you run this thing thin. Eric Brandon, today, it was flipped over, but you went way over to this safety, didn't you?
Yeah.
You stay on this guy's inside shoulder, just keep it real thin. If the quarterback wants to throw you away from him, he will pull you into the middle a little bit, but he's certainly not going to put you over here because that safety will intercept it, won't he?
Yeah.
So you stay real thin on his inside, and the quarterback will just take you inside a little bit. Okay? Quarterbacks? That's not the dangerous guy. That is right there. All right, so he's number 1. So as you're going back, you're looking at him just hoping they play cover 9. Just beg him, okay? Now, fullback, you're number 2. You start your Texas, but it's only a couple quick steps in here, and now you return back out flat. All right? Coach Moses will teach you that. You be, right in here, real good Texas, come on out, but you're number 2, so you do have time to go ahead and run a good one. All right? Z's. You're going to run dig against free access, and you're going to convert it against cloud. Okay? Convert it against cloud. So you got to remember this. Remember, if we call 24 double dig, what does it do? Stays on. This is a different play. This is 22 fullback arrow. Because if it's cover 9, what do we want to have? We want to have 3 verticals. We are going to gash them up the field against cover 9. That's what we want. And you go back, and if you just don't like it, fullback arrow. Okay? Yes?
On 22 arrow against Eagle, say both come, you're hot off uncovered. Say
Okay.
Both say both is hot, just straight to the...
Good question. Good question. Let me back up to the... Oh, that's good. I always got to cover the hots. Here's the hot on 22Z in, right? Hot right there. Hot right there. The hot on fullback arrow is the fullback, just like the fullback is hot on Texas, correct? All right? Now, but what changes is where he goes. If you have a Texas, it's a quick Texas. But this is just going to simply go right to the flat real fast. Just right on the line of scrimmage. Bang. Instead of all this rigmarole, just get there. And then we throw hot. Okay? Guard's uncovered, hot off of 2. If the guard is covered, it's hot off of 1. Okay? Yes?
Coach, we want outside releases.
Yes, we do. The reason we want an outside release, on Texas, we inside release to affect that guy, right? Because we're trying to throw the ball in there, so we want you to lose him and use him up. On fullback arrow is out here, so we want to outside release, make it difficult for that guy to defend this play. Okay, good point. Outside release on fullback arrow if at all possible. Now, if this guy's real wide 9, real wide, forget it. Just go, all right? But if he's in there on you, let's try to outside release, and now he starts to ride you, there's no chance he can cover that fullback arrow. Okay? That's a good point. We can run it out of red, we can run it out of green strong. Same play. The only change up is where the halfback's protecting from. That's all. Okay? That's all. Very minimal difference. In fact, this play is easier to run out of green strong than Texas is, because Texas, we're trying to occupy this guy, and it's hard back here. Yeah, you can't get there fast enough. But this play is easy. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind when we game plan this. Okay, guys? All right, that's fullback arrow. Now, what's an A? Adam, you learn sign language. What's A? Something like this? Yeah, that's the audible for arrow. All right? 22 arrow. 22 arrow. It would be a cover 9 audible. When we go over audibles, this arrow and Texas are going to be our cover 9 audibles. Okay? Let's say we had something double square, Fox 2 double, or we had something that we don't like against cover 9. This would be an audible. 22 fullback arrow. We're going to look to gash them up the field. If we don't like it, boom, fullback arrow is a great check down, isn't it? Okay? All right. Next play. All right, more base plays. Wow, we got flanker drive. All right, now, flanker drive is an all-purpose play. You know, like Texas, we want to have zone, don't we? Fullback arrow, it's good against everything, but we'd love to have cover 9. It's okay against 3, okay against man. This play is good against anything, man or zone. Why? Because we're running against man and we're sitting down against zone. Okay? Now, blue left, F short. What run are we going to run from that? Blue F short.
Fox 2 3 weak.
That's right. Fox 2 weak right here. Okay? We're just blending the formations together. All right? Blue left, F short. Now, on the motion, F short, give him the heel, and bring him down inside. Snap it about 4 yards from the tight end. All right? 3 jet is a protection. Now, 3 jet, slide protection. The back has a double check. Coach Moses will go over that with you. The double check for the fullback. The halfback is out free. No check. Free release. Okay? All right, Z. You get there now, and you have a reroute. 4 to 6 yards. If it's zone, you're going to sit down over here about the tackle box, okay? But I can't say exactly because there could be a linebacker standing right there, all right? You're going to sit down away from linebackers, but you will not sit down any closer than the B gap. You got to be out here someplace. What's the reason for that? If you stop too soon, you're going to cover up the basic cross. So you got to have some width, all right? If it's zone, you sit down in that tackle tight end box, all right? If it's man-to-man, and you'll know it, you might do it on a pre-snap read, or you might see backers blitzing, or this guy hugging on you. Now we're running. When we're running, we're going to put our chin on our shoulders and tell the quarterback with body language that we're running. Okay? If we're sitting, we're going to tell the quarterback with our body language that we're sitting, because our numbers and shoulders are coming around first, and then we're squaring up to the quarterback. That looks totally different than a guy running with his chin on his shoulder. Okay? The receiver makes the decision. Okay? You've got to, hopefully we do this enough where you know damn well what he's going to do. Okay? But you got to read the receiver. Let him be decisive, and then you throw it to him. Okay? Now, you want to keep it as simple as sit down against zone and run against man. Okay? But I think you guys are smart enough to know that if it's zone and it's really soft out there, okay? Corner drops with the X, and the backer gets decked, and you get beyond him. If they ever wait for you, and they will if we start crossing a lot, they'll turn and they'll look you up. Anytime they see a tight split or coming down, this guy will just turn and start looking for the crosser, because my coach told me to this week. You know what I mean? Well, you go underneath him, because as soon as you go on top, the quarterback's coming off of you. All right? You don't appear to be open. You're on top of linebackers. So you go underneath him. Well, if that corner's gone, there is a chance that this is open space and would take it. That doesn't happen very often, though. That's kind of an advanced thing. All right? We don't want to be doing that very often, because the corner, he'll turn on the receiver, and he'll come back, and if you're running, he's going to nail you good. All right? If you read that wrong. So from a conservative standpoint, sit down against zone. All right, guys, both?
Yep.
All right. Now, tight end, you're going to outside release on this one again. Outside release if you can on flanker drive to run your basic. And the Z is going to come off of your butt. Tight end is first, Z comes underneath. If it's man-to-man, sometimes you get a pick there, don't you? All right? Push up the field 12 yards, and then you're, boom, get over the ball. Think over the ball, all right? A few times in the spring, we pulled up like right there. All right? I want you to think, I'm coming out of it first. Now, if there's a man standing there, yes, we will pull up short of him. Or if there's a backer right here, we'll go beyond him into the next window. But the quarterback's got a 7-step drop, so there's good time for you to get in there and get over the ball. Okay, tight ends? Now, same thing. If it's zone, you find a window and square to the quarterback. If it's man-to-man, you flatten this thing off and you beat him with your speed. And it's good to run that throw-by drill and all that. They're playing cover 7. All right? Where you just lose that guy. You guys can all outrun those linebackers. There's not a linebacker made in the world to run with you guys. Okay? Halfbacks. You're going to outside release of everything. He goes first, he goes second, you come outside of it all, and you run your corner route. Alert means if they bust the coverage, we got to take a shot. That doesn't happen very often, but backs, you run your ass off. All right? This is a full-speed corner route. Because when it happens, you've got to be ready for it. And he'll throw you the ball. He'll see that. If it's man-to-man, every now and then, this backer he gets caught up in the wash right here and gets hit or falls or something, and this guy's like all alone. I've seen it several times where we completed the ball to the Z, and the back was wide open. But that's okay. That's okay, all right? You read this. If we happen to see that, it's a miracle. You know what I mean, Pat? I don't want you to concern yourself with this right now. Quarterback, okay? That just, it's, for us to really think about that and spend all kinds of time, that happens once in a season. Time spent, value received. I learned that from Lee Corso. Time spent, you know Lee Corso on game day? He's a hyper little dago. Okay? Well, that's what he would say to us. Time spent, value received. We're nuts. We're crazy. We're practicing something that never happens. And I never knew what he was talking about until the season was over. And then I look back and went, God, we practiced that so much. It never happened. It never happened. You know, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time thinking about that, okay? All right. Halfbacks, you're not wasting your time, no. You clear that and you run, okay? All right, now, X's. X's. I know what I just said was really dangerous because now the backs are just going to... All right, now X's. We're not throwing you the ball very much over here either. But you know what, Coach? You guys are running. You're running as fast as you can with an outside release. If it's cloud, you have to go outside release, right? And you have a big-time job because you got 2 potential catchers over here coming into that corner area that you have to clear out, okay? Now, I don't have to tell you about one of the receivers on our team that jogged and got cut, all right? Right there, because the tight end got murdered after the catch. All right, now you have got to clear that for the benefit of this play. Clear out of there, we'll work right here. All right, now the back, you check 1, 2, they drop, you just check it down right here. Anytime we run flanker drive, or X drive, or E drive, Z post, or a drive is a drive, okay? Quarterbacks, it's simply 1, 2, 3. Always the same for the quarterbacks. Progression is always the same. We got 8, we had 32 different formations for flanker drive, okay? It was all the same for the quarterback, all right? That's the beauty of that play. Any questions on it? Well, the thing we have to do better from the spring is we got to get the basic cross over the ball more often, okay? Get in there and read man and zone. Check it down if you don't like it. Pat, if it's pea soup, the back is always there for you. Anytime it's zone, you know you got your back. Okay? All right. All right, now flip it around. Blue right, F short, 2 jet flanker drive. That's how it looks when you flip it, right? Blue right, F short, 2 jet. Line will slide this way. The back will check 1, 2. All right? Now, on ZN, the hot is what? The fullback, isn't it? On flanker drive, the hot now is a quick throw. If it's full blitz, Z's, you're going to get the ball. So if it's man-to-man, expect the ball, have a sense of urgency. Because the quarterback's coming back, he might shorten it up with a quick 7, okay, and just get you the ball out, and that's your hot, isn't it? Okay? Any kind of drive. This is your quick throw. You got that, Brad, Terry? Got it? And it's nice. If we can get a step on that guy, we are running. There's nobody left. Okay? All right, next play. Now, this is the same as flanker drive, little bit different wrinkle. We're going to go red. Instead of the halfback clearing over here with a corner route, we're simply going to go red and put a corner route on the back side of this. Okay? The reason for it is we want to help the Z out and soften this thing out over here. Normally what happens is this linebacker now doesn't turn and look up the drive because he's got a halfback coming out of his side, right? And usually he looks up that halfback and rides with him up the field 10, 12 yards and turns outside, and now it's very soft right here for the drive, okay? So we'll run this on a red right, F short, 2-jet flanker drive. It's all flanker drive. The changeup is the halfback corner. When we say halfback corner, we mean on the weak side, okay? Call the play, Eve. Flip it over.
Red left, F short, 3-jet flank drive, halfback corner.
Halfback corner, okay? And it's red. Red F short. Red F short. Progression. 1, 2, 3. Yes, there's an alert. I'll tell you a little story. We get in a red zone scrimmage one time. All right? You did it. Favre did it. And you'll do it. And some of you'll do it, okay? Where you say, man, and I like it. And it could be what? Zebra corner, right? I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, that goes in tomorrow. But anyway, you like it. But you know what? This corner is back here, and he just comes back and makes that play because you ran out of room. Okay? It happens to everybody if they think they're going to get all these alerts all the time. Okay? So don't get too fancy here. You just go 1, 2, 3. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. That's it. All right, movement. Red left, fake Fox 3, quarterback keep, fullback slide. We're going to run Fox 3 run. We're going to fake Fox 3 run. All right? Quarterback, open to the hole, step and hop, out we come. All right? We're going to fool this guy. Fullback should come underneath everything and flatten out on the line of scrimmage. If this guy is rushing up the field, you've got to avoid him. You get in the flat, you're number 1. X, your outside release and clear this. Tight ends, inside release and run your over out. Same as you do on fake 95. Okay? Backside post. We got to make this go with Fox 2 X and Y hook and Fox 2 run. Nice package. All right? We're going to run both fake Fox 3 and fake 19. Quarterback keep, fullback slide. It's the same play to everybody as far as the fullback in the flat, tight end over, X on the outside release, post. It's just a different action in the backfield with the halfback and the quarterback. That's the only difference. On one, you're coming out, step and hop, and coming out. On the other one, it's fake 19, here, coming out. That's it. That's the only difference, okay? And we got to have some variety in our keeps is all. All right? Next play. Play action. Play action. We're putting in Fox 2 run. We're going to put in Fox 2 X and Y hook. All right? Now, we can run it out of red, and we can run it out of brown. 2 formations. All right? Do we script this Fox 3? Okay. Maybe eventually we'll get to that. We got to get good at Fox 2 first, okay? Then we can always go to Fox 3 later. All right, now, here's what we do. Tight end, you take an easy release, whatever way you can get it, and you're going to run a 10-yard hook. All right? A 10-yard hook and just stay there. If they clamp all over you, we're going somewhere else. All right, so you run the hook at 10 yards. Backside X, you run the hook at 12 yards because you're number 2 in the progression. It gives the quarterback a chance to go back to 2 without being late. Okay? Z, take a 14-yard split, and we are running the post, and we say alert. Now, this is the alert that we throw most often, isn't it? Okay? And it's because somebody jumps the tight end. People are going to jump the tight end, okay? Especially cover 8 people, right? They better, because otherwise we're going to throw him the ball a lot, or he's going to split the middle a lot, or he's going to run a lot of basics. So they got to try to clamp on him, all right? If they do, you see that with your second wide vision. and away we go for the touchdown. Because the corner's outside leverage and cover 8, isn't he? He could be in bump and run, but he thinks he might have a little help inside. Well, we're going to use up that safety, aren't we? Okay? All right, now, fullbacks, you check. You check first on Fox 2, X and Y hook. You check the backer, and you're checking the backer. Coach Moses will go over all these fronts with you as far as who you're checking. You're checking inside, you're checking outside after the fake. All right? If your backer doesn't come, you're going fast across the flat about 3 yards, 4 yards, okay? You want to get wide, so you're out here if we have to throw that X. Get out here fast, all right? Progression is 1, 2, fullback is 3. It's a 5-step throw, okay? After the fake. Fake, jab fake, okay? Go with the jab fake here. If you like this, then you throw the post. And that's a team. If you get cover at 9 or cover 3 quarterbacks, forget it. Forget the post. It's the cover 8 thing, okay? All right. And we go red or brown. Okay, Troy? That'll be a good red zone play for us, too. All right, nickel plays. Nickel. Now, we already put in flanker drive, zebra, or flanker drive, right? Now we're going to go zebra group. In zebra group, Coach Moses will tell the backs who's the starting zebra back. Could be a halfback or a fullback. It doesn't matter. It's your best zebra back. Do it all guy. Pass protect, run slide draw, halfback option, all those kinds of things. Okay? We'll go with a 4-yard split on this play. Okay? The other one we have F short motion. This one will just line up the Z at 4 yards. It's double wing right. Right here, you guys take these kind of splits, 8 and 6. All right? Double wing right, 2-jet flanker drive, zebra corner. We know how to run flanker drive. Tight end, outside release goes first. Z comes underneath. Man, zone reads. Fullback, double check. Check down. That's your progression. 1, 2, 3. This man is simply a clear guy. Okay? All right? Outside release with the X. Later on, if we get great at this, we'll even think about this. Right now, we're working 1, 2, 3. Okay? 7-step throw. Call the play left. Back.
Double wing left, 3-jet flanker drive, zebra corner.
Good. Okay? Next play. Eagle group. Eagle group. Do we want to do this or we go? Yeah, we're going to do eagle group.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 4 wide receivers. No tight ends. Sean and Tony, I want you to learn the E position. Okay, in eagle. So you highlight that E, that's you. Okay? E is a possible tight end type. Okay? All right, now, when we go to eagle, we have a Z and an E, and E really takes the place of a tight end, so that's the strong side. We have an X and an eagle. Okay? The eagle takes the place of a weak back or whoever you want. This could be a halfback or a fullback. It doesn't matter in eagle. It's the best eagle back. All right? All right, now, spread right. 4 wide, spread right. 2-jet protection, double arrow. If we were going to run this guy on an arrow combination is a corner and an arrow up. Corner and an arrow up. That would be double arrow. But we're going to change the eagle. I think now you'll be the eagle guy, right? We'll change. Here they come. Welcome, guys.
Couple stragglers out there, Coach.
All right, man. Everybody beat gap and start the streak. All right, just in time. Tarek, 2-jet, double cross.
So excited, dude.
Double cross Z quick. That was the Packers touchdown in it. All right, double arrow eagle cross, all right? Is that your dinner, that little apple? All right, buddy. All right, now, 2-jet, double arrow, eagle cross. Eagle, this is your play. This is your play. You get open. It's cover 77. You beat him. Throw by. Run. Hit and run, quarterbacks, okay? We put 5 and 7 step drop. Why did we put 5 and 7? Because if it's blitz or if we get lurk coverage, 22 lurk, this right here, this corner route is a touchdown throw, isn't it? It's a touchdown throw. Who's the E? Damien. And Sean Bullard. And Tony, they're going to try to take your spot from you. All right? You get blitz. Try to beat that guy on the outside, okay? Outside, because if you have to go inside, it's tougher. Tougher, isn't it? Okay? Arrow route on the outside. You bring it down inside. If it's zone, you're going to sit down and maybe drift outside a little bit, okay? But if it's man, you're going to come down and run out hard, flat. Run out hard, flat. All right? That's an arrow route. If it's zone, you're coming in, sit down, and then you're going to just stay out there wide a little bit, but it's not running like it is against man. Okay? Now, if you get zone right here, now, you might sit down right there. If there's a backer right there, you might come to the next window right here. We caught a few of those in the spring. All right? You're running a basic cross, really, is what you're doing. Huh? You get in there, and then you sit down in one of those windows. All right? Square up. If it's man-to-man, you're running flat, chin on the shoulder. Okay? Blitz alert, strong side. Got it? Now back. You're going to simply check and run wide. Now we found that if this was into the boundary last year, remember, we had, you guys kind of close together, so you just sit in there and you get nice and wide, and maybe we have that kind of a deal over here if we have to go to that side. But we want you to win that now, okay? That's right. If everything is balanced, okay, and you're just going to get zone coverage, quarterbacks, you can make room for your eagle by moving this guy. He should, in cover 88, he should work to the 3 receiver side. He goes this way, this backer should go that way, right? But you can help him out with your eyes. Just eyeball him and look right a little bit, and he'll do this, and he goes, bang, nice throwing window right there. Okay. All right, next play. Eagle group, spread right, 200 jet lion. This is also an audible. Also an audible, okay? Now, the lion, we got lookies on both right here, the E and the eagle, and the outside guy, they're running 3-step slants, right? 3-step slants, just like dragon, the drag slant, right? 3-step throw, back, it's 200 jet protection, so you might have to double check this, 1, 2, okay? And then you're going to check them right over the ball. Check, and just, it might be 2-3 yards, just turn it over the ball from check down. Now, if it's cover 88, usually the nickel and the dime will cover those lookies. They'll just lock onto them, almost man-to-man, and you should have the outside throw. Okay? If it's a 34 zone, or some other kind of zone, and these guys fly and get width, you might certainly have that lookie up the field. Get it running. Okay? All right. If it's just something that's really soft, you don't like it, just check it down in front of you. All right. Spread right, 200 jet dragon. Dragon means drag slant. Drag slant. Drag slant. Okay? This is also an audible. 200 jet dragon. Or we could go 300 jet dragon. Okay, backs? And again, you're over the ball. We're going to run dragon out of tiger and solo and all kinds of things. Drag slant. Okay. Is that what we have?
Coach, are we going to be getting this are we going to be getting a lot of 77 against our defense with this, like we did in the spring?
Is there any 77 anymore? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, we don't like lying against 77. Remember last spring? Every time we tried.
Every time we went spread, that they
We
went
script first, and
77.
then they script.
Yeah.
And that kind of stops that play. You want that play against zone, I mean, usually 88 is easy to kill. Okay?
Yeah, but the line would be
Oh, yeah, that's the one we like.
the eagle would be beyond the line, the X is beyond, the drag would be beyond.
Okay, let me cover that real quick. That's a good point, Troy. Guys, let's talk about the alignment on the dragon and lion real quick. See it?
Almost got you again.
We would like these people on the lookies to be on the line of scrimmage so they can get there fast and clear out so they're not in the vision of the quarterback when he throws this in here, okay? But on the dragon, we want to flip this, especially if it's bump and run, because what happens in bump and run, if they're both bump, this guy sometimes runs into him when
That's right, you're right. That drawing is correct.
that's how we want it with the
Yeah.
drawing, but just like
Yeah.
that. You understand that, guys? You be on and you be off, so you can get going and you can come underneath. There should never be a collision, okay? Be like that on the dragon, but on the lion, you guys get a head start. We want you to get through there faster than the slants, okay? So you guys talk to each other when you get up there, all right? Now, if it ends up wrong, just play. Just play. And we've done it both ways with both of them, but this is a perfect world right here, okay?
If the nickel or dime guy kind of backs out of there and then jump on us inside it for the lookies, is he looking for us then, or do we just clear it without looking back to the ball? Looking for it, right?
Yeah, with the ball. Yeah, you're a receiver. He's going to consider you, sure. Yep. With the ball. They're not called clearies, they're called lookies. Okay, here we go. Now here's another drive. This is just another way to run drive. Okay? E's. This is E drive. So your tight ends, E. Eric Brandon, this might be used someday. Alright? Now, spread right, eagle right. That's a motion. On this one, we want the drive on the line of scrimmage. Okay? You see that? Move up. Spread right, eagle right. And we're going to snap him just about right behind this guy so he can just get up the field fast. E, you're running the drive. Sit against zone, run against man. Eagle, you're running the basic. Sit against zone, run against man. Halfback or fullback, you double check it down. Okay? So your progression quarterback is 1, 2, 3. Make sure, E, you're across the tackle box before you sit. All right? Basic, get towards the middle if you can. All right? Unless there's a guy sitting there. Now, X, that's the same. You clear the backside. Z's, you run the alert post. Now, there's good reason to run that alert post because what happens is when people double coverage and they play 88, people are going to jump that basic cross with the safety. If that happens, we got a touchdown. All right? If they double him and this is singled up, you get a touchdown. All right? I think we have a couple examples of that on film. All right? But, Pat, again, quarterbacks, we don't want you thinking that this play is called two-jet Z-post. All right? That's going to happen every so often, not very often, okay? It's got to be the right time and the right defense. Otherwise, if it's coming 99, coming 34, something normal, forget it. Or 77, forget it. This is what we want most of the time right here, the drive combination, okay? All right, so turn it over, spread left, eagle left, 3-jet, E drive, Z post. Same thing. E drive, eagle basic, here's your post, check it down, progression 1, 2, 3. Stretch your drop. Who's the quick throw in E drive? E's. E is. That's your hot, right? Here comes the blitz, you got E running. All right, let's look at the film.
See, one. Hey. Hey, this is good part. Watch this one right here, yo.
Rudy, good to be back, huh, buddy? What's this play?
325. 323.
3, huh? All right, color formation, Pat.
Run right, slot. Run left slot. C left.
323 west there.
323 west.
Run left slot, C left. All right, snap it in the C gap right there. Hug it, right turn, hug it, get in the flat real quickly. That's a good job right there by the tight end because the buck is right in your face. Just sit down right there. All right, now that's a way to stay away from that linebacker. This is very good right here. You're sitting in a good place, you're in a good place, you're in an excellent place between these linebackers and underneath.
We'll be running wide.
Backside post. We've changed the back because we put it in with a check down last year. We're going to run a wide, which will even make this guy even wider. Now quarterbacks, if you choose to throw him, you offset throw him under an armpit. Because if this guy's close, put it under this arm so he can turn this way. Okay? Quarterbacks, receivers, if you get it under this armpit, turn that way. He's doing it for a reason. Because there's a linebacker on the other side. If he puts it under this armpit, turn this way because he's throwing you away from trouble. All right? Get up the field. And stay on your feet. Call it.
Run left slot. Come right slot A right. 322 west there.
Where do we want to snap in?
C left.
C gap. All right? Okay, good. You don't like it because it's a little too tight? That's fine. That's fine. You don't like it? Find him. Go get a completion. Go get a completion. Quarterbacks, bring your feet with your eyes if you go back to number 3. Give this side, and we'll drill this, right? We'll drill this. Come on in. You'll clap, and then you reset. Backside post. Fullback check wide. Here, we ended up going the wide here. Good. Get up the field. Get up the field. Call this play.
Run right slot, A right, 322 west there.
Your 22 wide stick. Is it solo? That's back. All right, now, tight ends, take a look. Look at that Mike linebacker trying to hug the back. He's trying to hug it here, isn't he? Work away from him. See this? Instead of pivoting and stopping, you got to work away from that Mike linebacker that's trying to stop you. You see it, Tony? Sean? Boom, get away from him. Now, backside Z. Stay away from that linebacker now. You don't have to run into him and start getting up in his muscle. Just get in there, stop short, and then work away from him. He ran like a slant, didn't he? Yeah, it's a go 5-step slant. It's not a full post, where you're up the field 12 to 14 years. And it's not quite a slant like it's a go 5 steps. Okay, put the ball away now, guys, because you're going to get hit from that corner on the outside. Put the ball away. And this is a very good example here on tight ends. Inside release, up the field, get away from him.
Good ball. Good ball.
Okay, here's Tiger now. Here's Tiger. Terry, call this formation. Tiger group. West, left, slot, 323 wide stick. Okay? It's a good stick, Sean, right here. It's a good stick. Push up, get away from him. That's the way to settle down in that little window right there. Get there fast. Now, here's a good spot for this spot route right here. It's called a spot route, right? Now, let's look at this. Is he in good shape? Yes. Is he in good shape? Yes. You run your post here, your short post. This guy will run a wide. We got a completion. Anybody we want. 2 or 3, okay? Call the play now, Terry. Tight. West right.
That's right slide.
322. Good. Good. All right, Tony, that's good. That's good. Push, out, there. Get up the field. Well done. Expect the ball here, Sean. All right, let's look back here. That's good position. Good wide. See the post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get in there. Get in there. Get it. Okay, we'll shorten that down a little bit, okay? Call this play. Pat, you call this play. What's his formation?
Left side slide Z short.
Okay, instead of saying slot, we just say west right zoom short. West right zoom short. There's your stick. All right? This is an all-pro linebacker. They're not going to cover you very well sometimes. You're going to be wide-ass open. You see the easy release there, Tony? You're not always going to take an inside release. That guy's on an inside shade, so you just take the outside release here. Take what they give you. Now, this happens to be a zebra back right here. This is a zebra call. That's the zebra man. West right, zoom short. That could be fullback west right, zoom, okay, short. That could be a tight end. It could be anybody. All right? Get up the field. That's a 12. Look at that. It's a 15-yard gain. Get up the field. All right, 22 Z and Y go. What's the formation we're going to run it from? Base. Red right. How about the Tiger? Okay, call this play. 23 Z and Y go. Now the tight end's going to use up the Mike, watch, and the safety. All right? The buck linebacker, the bear linebacker is going to take that guy man to man. There's nobody left in here. This is how our defense plays. Cover 8, that's what this is. It's a cover 8 beater, isn't it? This is exactly what you want. Now, when we play a cover 8 team, receivers, remember this now. It's going to appear to be bump and run, so you're going to think, I got a speed move. All right? This was always a game plan thing. Against the Bears or Dallas, who ran predominantly cover 8, you got to say, all right, guys, this week, in bump and run, we are going to stay on with the end. Okay? Because if you start running, you're going to run into backers in here. All right? Everybody understand what I just said? So against the cover 8 team, you're simply going to push and come back to the quarterback. That was a change-up for a cover 8 team. Just like this. You know, several good examples against the Bears. Stay bump and run. You stay with it, that game. Stay with it. Get up the field. Put the ball away. Okay. 22 fullback arrow. What's the audible? 22 or 23 arrow. Okay? All right, now, who's number 1 in the progression? Tight end. Tight end. What do you see right here? Okay, you got free safety, so you're going to run. There you go. Get in there, Tony. That's it. Get around that and flatten. Flatten on your basic. All right? Tight or fullbacks. Take a couple steps on your Texas and then flatten. What kind of drop, quarterback? Wide receivers. You get free access. What do you do? Dig. You get cloud. What do you do? Fade. You're going, right? How many step drop? All right. Call the play, Terry. What's the formation? Good left. Play. 23. Good. 23 fullback here. Now, look at this. Take a look at this. What is this coverage, quarterbacks?
4.
Cover 4. It's cloud weak, but it's free access strong. That's cover 4. It's quarter, halves. Okay? Now, this man's going to convert, isn't he? This man's going to run his dig, isn't he? Now, tight ends. Tight ends. This is different than cover 9, isn't it? Because the safety is not playing halves. He's playing on top of you. If he plays on top of you, if he's straight up on you, forget it. Run your basic. Okay? It's when he gets a little wider, kind of like this safety, maybe near the hash, that you'll take it. Okay, guys? Because his job in quarters is to read number 2 receiver. That's you. He's right on top of you playing you. All right? So you run your basic. All right, go get some. Go get some. I think we sped that up, didn't we, Coach Moses, after a while?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Now, who's that? Is that Rudy? Brett, let's get up the field fast. I want to see all the backs. Boom! About 50 yards, 40 yards. Get up the field. Run. Call the play, Pat.
3 right strong, 22 fullback right.
Okay, tight ends, what do you think you're going to do here? Cover 4. Basic, right? Sean, get in there. Sean, now what happened here? You kind of hooked up here, didn't you? You got to run to that next window. Flatten and run and then hook up. You're hooking up too soon. Get here first, all right? Fullback arrow. Dig. Convert right here. Okay, we got lucky. Not lucky, but it made it harder than it should have been. Get in that window. Now, the progression. Tight end 1. Fullback 2. Dig is 3. If we didn't like this, and some quarterbacks wouldn't have thrown this, okay? And if this guy jumps, number 2 quarterbacks, you're going to have a wide open dig. You dig guys, push to 18, come back to the quarterback. Come back to the quarterback. And tight ends, quarterbacks. Anytime you see you coming back and you're not going to like your tight end because they're just dropping on him, and you see somebody jump your fullback like a big dog, you hitch up and you got a nice dig out there. Okay? When they really jump the fullback, like cover 3, the strong safety jumps the fullback, you got to be kidding me. This thing is big open. Okay? All right. Call it.
Right, 22 fullback.
You like 1. Okay? Let's talk decision making. Cover 8 again, isn't it? 1, no. 2, you like 2?
Yeah.
Get him the ball. Just get him the ball and let him run.
Coach,
Yeah.
how do you recognize that as cover 8 from the video?
Well, because they played it a lot in the game in the scouting report.
So you just knew?
Yeah, you just
Okay.
knew in the game,
In that,
in fact, now he's running out.
yeah.
Let's take a look at what this is. Yeah, that is, isn't it? It's cover 6. They're cloud and strong in the But what teams would do a little bit is this was Sterling, okay? They would man him in, it's like a box and 1 coverage. They roll at him and man him up and the whole thing. Okay?
Lets it go, just treat it as cloud, he runs with it, treat it as cover.
Some of those are special coverages, don't worry about it. All right, call it.
Good right, 22 fullback right.
All right, now right now quarterbacks are thinking, hey, maybe this is 9, just maybe. All right, tight end, what do you think? Holy God! All right, this isn't a 2-minute drill to win the game in the playoffs. Okay, no, this is the last game of the season to go to the playoffs. This is a 2-minute drill. That stuff happens, right? They didn't blow coverage. They just simply, I don't know what they're doing. These safeties getting too much width is what they're doing. Okay, play catch. See this, Sean?
Oh, stay.
All right?
It's like, oh.
Self-tackleization.
Self-tackleization.
Okay. All right, flanker drive, call a play.
Blue rider, F short, two jet flanker drive.
Now, if we don't get the outside release on drive, work that guy.
Yeah. We want to get the outside release if we can here now, right? If we can. If he's too wide, forget it. Push up the field, deep. Push up, push up, push up. Now, go beyond him, right? Here's your man.
2 yards outside the tackle.
Get back
And
outside.
now we got to be running, okay? Tight ends, we're running, running, running. Here's where we want to be. Okay, now, here's the good clear. This is a good job by the X. Look, he's taking 2 people out of the picture. If Tony flattens this thing and runs, we're gonna have a huge gain right here. Okay? Progression 1, no, 2, yes. Here's your check down number 3. 7-step drop. Call it.
Blue left, F short, two jet flanker drive.
Call it, Terry.
Blue left, F short.
3 jet.
3 jet.
Okay? Okay, you like 1? If we inside release tight ends, remember this coaching point last spring? If you inside release because you have to, you really got to push up the field. Really got to push up the field so you're not in the same throwing lane as that flanker. Okay? You get your good 12 yards then.
Did we want him to widen out again?
If you can, maybe widen out a little bit too, yeah. And the reason for that is to get away from that flanker's throwing lane. Because right now, the quarterback, you're both in the lane, same lane. Maybe widen out. Here. What's this? Outside release, X, right? Outside release, baby. Now, we're running. We're running. Give it to him running. Move. Give it to him running. Call it, Brad.
F short.
3 jet.
3 jet.
Yeah, there. All right, now, man or zone? Man or zone? Zone. Where are you sitting?
Right.
Right there. Bring your shoulders and numbers around. Tight ends, sitting. Here's nice progression. 1, 2, 3. Where we are, our location on the field is excellent. We're all apart, and it's good spacing. All right. There's your check down. Backs on zones. The quarterbacks, they're always going to be there for you. Always. All right. Steve, call it.
Blue right, F short, 2 jet flanker drive.
Okay, now, this was zone, and he chose to run. Do you see why, though? You see why? Green grass, okay? This corner's out of here. This linebacker, he ran. Had we given him the ball, maybe we had some yards. This was a possibility. He just didn't like it. He didn't like this. He didn't like this. Check it down, okay? There were times where he would just go get a completion, all right? And there's nothing wrong with that on first down, okay? Quarterbacks, let's go get something right there. 7 yards, 8 yards. Flanker drive, halfback corner. This is instead of going red F short, we just simply line up in red. Anybody's on a drive without F short, you got to be at a 4-yard split. Okay? We don't say close or anything. We just say red right, but you know you got to do that. Halfback corner out here. See what happens to this linebacker? Softens him for the flanker. Now you can sit down right here, okay, without this guy messing with you. Same thing. Sit, man zone read, check down. Clear outside, run your corner. Okay? That's good. Go get a completion. Go get a completion. Go get a completion. Run the ground too much, guys. Stay up. Call this play, Bobby Shaw.
Rear right, F short, 2 jet flanker drive. Halfback corner.
Yeah, baby. Man or zone? Man or zone?
Zone.
Okay. That's pretty good width. Pretty good width now. Sit down. Sit down. Call it.
Blue right, F short, two jet flanker drive, halfback corner.
Okay. 7-step throw. You like 1? Give it to him. We'll get a completion. Up the field. Up the field after the catch. All right, fake Fox 3, quarterback keep. Fullback slide. Red left. We'll step and hop. Carry the ball high. We're going to fool this end right here. Now, fullbacks, you got to get past him. Know that this kind of collision could take place. Never let it surprise you. Tight end runs you over. Progressions 1, 2, 3 is run. Call it.
Red left, fake Fox 3, quarterback keep, fullback slide.
Okay?
Oh, get in the end zone. Run, 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 run.
Take 19, same thing. Quarterback keep, fullback slide. Same thing except for the halfback and the quarterback. We're faking 19 here, huh? Okay, get the ball up. Carry it high. Fullback slide. Come underneath everything. You got to get past this guy. Expect the ball, flatten on the line of scrimmage. Here's one right there. Tight end right here. Watch him, Tony. Here's the tight end. Turn up the field. There's your block. There's your block. Less chance of a clip if you block up the field, okay? Call it.
Red left, fake 19, quarterback keep, fullback slide.
There's 2. Okay? Now backs, you gotta get past these people. Flatten in front of them. Always flatten in front of them. You don't like it, quarterback? Look for number 2. Start attacking the line of scrimmage. If you don't like either one of them, you got a Ken Cody drill right here. Either run for 3, or you're throwing it away, or you run out of bounds, or whatever, okay? Part of the progression. 2, 2, 2. Now this was 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, so he just ran it. But he certainly could have had him, right? Certainly had number 2. 1. Not, you know, he's trying, what happened is he's trying to get past this guy here. But he had to if he wanted him. That was actually a 4-minute drill. He's staying in bounds to keep the clock going, okay? Staying in bounds to keep the clock going in a 4-minute drill. Okay. Fox 2 X and Y hook. Step and hop, 5 steps. Here's 1. Like it? This is a nice job by the tight end working open. If we run the ball well and we fake it, we're going to make that Mike sit down and step up. You see this? Tony, tight ends. If he's in a throwing lane, you just work to the window. That's all. Turn and then work to the window. Street ball. X, you push to 12, this route stays on. If it's bump and run, it's a speed move. Okay? Fullbacks, you check, and you run a crossing route. Flat at 2 or 3 yards. Halfback, you check it down. Z has a post. Z has a post. See a Z? If that safety jumps a tight end, you're going to win this. Beautiful. That's beautiful. We got to make Fox 2 run work, guys. That. If Fox 2 run works, the keeps and the X and Y hook will be huge. Okay, do you like this? If he falls down, you'll work to the next guy in the progression. Okay? Here to the fullback. Nice progression, nice progression. 1, no. 2, no. 3. Well done. Call it.
Red right, Fox 2 X Y hook.
You like 1? You like 1? Play catch. Play catch. Brown. Okay, you like 1? Anybody like 1? Tony, you like 1?
Yeah.
You always Quarterbacks, do you like 1? No. 2, you like 2?
Yeah.
Give it to him. Fullback, take a look at it. He's checking that linebacker. If he comes, you got to take him, right? Look at fullbacks. Right here, this guy was fooled, so he ended up kind of blocking him. He says, he didn't come down and run my route. Okay? Protection first. Protection first. All right, this is Rowan Woodson, best corner in the league, right here. Oh boy, what's that safety doing?
Oh, wait, go back and see that again.
Okay, quarterbacks, you got to see this now. We like this in the red zone, but we're running all over the place. This guy jumps in. Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot. That's the alert throw.
Oh yeah. Show up from both angles.
That's the best.
I mean,
What are they doing? Watch your safety. Watch your safety.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God. You have to feel like a jerk.
Okay, two-jet flanker drive, zebra corner. Call the formation, Zebra. Zebra group. What's our signal for zebra group? Zebra, stripes, okay. Zebra.
Double
Okay.
wing right, two-jet flanker drive, zebra corner.
Okay? Forget this alert tone. You guys are clear, guys, okay? Let's read progression on the drive. You like one? You like one? Now one, what should we be doing?
Sitting
You better
there.
be sitting or you're not, your substitute will be playing the rest of the game here. Okay? Yeah. Kaiser Permanente, right here. You sit. You know this is zone, right? Nobody's running with you. You got linebacker spot dropping here. Sit right there, kind of near that hash mark. A yard or two from the hash mark. Right there, you're going to have a beautiful game. Right here, you're going to have a beautiful headache. Avoiding left. Oh boy, we're running. Now, Z, whoever's running the drive, if you see a linebacker stepping up, he's probably blitzing or covering the back. Watch this guy right here, right? Do you think he's dropping to a zone? Not. All right? You know if he's going up the field, whether it's blitz or coverage, it's man-to-man. If he goes back, it's zone. Okay? So, that'll give you an indicator. Right now, you're going, pop, he's gone. I'm running. Chin on shoulder. See ya. Okay? Okay, now, this is just zebra short, that's all. Double wing right, zebra short, two-jet flanker drive, zebra corner. All right? We're running. Give it to him. Get it in!
Oh, the clap.
That was great.
This guy just never fell down. Stay up on your feet.
Once you get in the end zone, you believe you can get in every time.
Call play.
Double wing left. Three-jet flanker drive.
Now, he could just sit there cooking. He probably should just sit there. Sit there. Man or zone, huh? Where's that linebacker going? One of them's hitting it. Run! It's man.
Oh.
You just double arrow, eagle cross. Double arrow, eagle cross. Okay, man to man, we're running. We're running flatten now. Stay flat and run. Come out of that. Arrow guys, come out of it. Come on running. Right? Now if it's 77, forget that corner throw because that safety will help out. But if it's lurk and he jumps in and robs, now you got a great chance for it. Okay? You threw that for a touchdown in the sprint. Flatten that now, Niall, okay? Now I'm going to put the guy on the wide here, instead of that check down because we felt they were too close.
Segments like you said, like if the safety goes with the back and you know it's gonna be man, and that corner goes on the deep. Now, am I looking more or less to just beat him on a skinny post now?
Yes, beat him inside those, Bobby, okay? Try to get in. Beat him inside, cross his face. Okay? Yep. If he's here, let's say the free safety runs out of there with the back, and you're one-on-one, normally he'll be inside leverage, though, won't he? You gotta just push him and beat him across his face and flatten that thing so we can gun it in there. There's nobody in center field. Okay? Yeah. And we'll work red zone throws. Maybe we do that individual. Work these red zone throws where you're throwing the shake, against 9, against free access, throw the flanker short post like we did in the spring, against all the stuff. The middle's open for you. Excuse me, fade it, true post, man-to-man, soft. I mean, all those different things you got to work, okay? Right and left side, because we got to go 3-jet with this too. It's a good play against man, 3D, 2D, doesn't matter. Call it.
Brown right slot. Look, brown right, A right, 2 deck, like a show post, make a shake.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Now this is like, I don't know what this covers. I don't know what this covers, but you gotta get across his face, okay guys? Across his face. Call it Terry Hess.
Brown right, A right.
Blue jet. Flanker, short post. Now this is from the 8-yard line, right? This is a little bit tight. Now it's what? Man-to-man, bump and run. Sees? Win it. Fade, 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 fade. Just win it. Oh. And the quarterback went 3 steps on this one. Now that was very unusual, actually. That's a kind of a hot, isn't it? Look at the protection backs. Look at the protections. You got a double check. He took the inside guy, but the outside guy's coming free, so basically it's a hot, isn't it? Well, the flanker short post is your quick throw. Just put it up. Pop it up. Let him go get it. Good motion, because that's going to tell us what kind of coverage it is. And it might confuse them too. Call it. Now, normally he'd throw this, okay, but he just didn't. He just didn't. Let's take the X. Look at the X. Look at the X. Post. Corner. Back of the end zone throw, okay? Now you gotta work him. Aim in, work him. Cove, win that. Getting run out there, aren't you? Now you see where he brought this? Now we're calling this from the 11. Look how short this post, this shake is. It's like 6 or 7 yards. You just work him, how much grass you have. 3 deep, right? Right now, Bobby, what are you thinking? Seam. Seam.
Is that how wide you want to see?
That's a little bit wider than we've been going, huh? That looks like about 6 yards instead of 4. Okay, we'll be good at that. X spot, you know this play already? Alright, call play, Terry. Yes, you know this play. I know you do. It's a formation. Red, left, okay. There you go. It's man. I want to take a shot right here. Okay, good. This is kind of 3 against 2, so forget it. Now just work 1, 2. That's a good place to be right there. Who is this? That's a good place to be. Progression 1. If this guy squeezes it from the outside, you dump it out here and he'll get it in. Okay? Tight ends on the backside, you check it before you go. Check, release. Fullbacks, check. We got maximum protection over here. You want to work over here all the way. That's that Arizona coverage. This is our defense going to put this in Arizona, which means the linebackers are zoning off. Everybody's man, but they have linebackers zoning off to the flats. Takes away sprint option. So it does. Okay? It's an extra zone guy, man coverage. See how he zones off here? I think our guy's called Tucson. Okay, you got man to man? Oh boy. Take a look at it. Just take a look at it. Nice. Very, very well done. Ooh. We're going to slide our line. Now, if that's a corner, he may not be. All right, but you're going back 5 steps. He can't get you on 5 steps. He's got to take about 8 or 10 to get to you. You go 5 and throw it. You'll be okay. Okay, now, right off the bat, do you like the corner route as it starts to begin here? Do you like the corner route? They got screwed up. You like it, I guess. You like it. Take a good look at it. You have time to look at it as you go back quarterbacks. You have time to look at it, because if you don't like it, you can always work there to there, okay? But this is a mix-up on defense, and nice, nice. Okay, soft out here, just work progression. This is too soft, forget it. Right there. You see how he sits down between those linebackers? Look, inside the flat defender. Inside of him. Sit down in between the next guy. Alright? Boom. That's Hardy. Alright, now keeps. Keeps are always going to be good. Now you got to know we're going to call keeps on first down. We're going to call them on 3rd and 1. We're going to call them in the red zone. Keeps are keeps, okay? We're going to use them a lot. You know what? That's a pretty good adjustment right here, Tony. It's not happening. Just improvise a little bit. That's a hell of an adjustment. This is Arizona coverage again, right? There's a drop in those backers. Okay, just be careful throwing across the green. You gotta like it. Otherwise you can run it in quarterbacks. And this is almost a ditto. Almost the same you just saw. Kind of pulls it up for that guy. No, we can't do that. Okay, now that was solo, and we'll do a green here also, right? Give it to him. Sooner. We were late. Yeah, we lost the game here. If he throws it sooner, we get a touchdown. They tackled us here, and then we couldn't get it in. In that time. Okay, red zone. So get around, quarterbacks. Fake, get around. If you don't like one, get your shoulders around the two. What is this play? Oh. Yeah. This one is in the sun. Okay, Tony, you see it. Now this one, Tony, is from the 6-yard line, Sean. Alright? But he really hurried this because there wasn't anybody to fool. I mean, this was just wide open. They're blitzing it, right? So he got in a hurry, Brett got in a hurry, it's in the sun. They still razzle about that. Well, this is the way we're going to do this. Call the formation, Pat.
East, right, slot, you kind of really shocking for the 2 west.
Okay. And again, let's speed that motion stuff up. Okay, tight end. Speed it up. Get in the end zone, take a peek. All right. Now we're going to run a wide on the backside, okay? Backs, we change this to a wide. Does the diagram say wide? Okay. Now, Z's, right here. You might just sit down right there, okay? You don't want to run into that guy, all right? He's going to cover you if you just run into him. So you might as well just sit short again and just stay there. Maybe you can just drill it on your stomach, okay? See what formation we got here. Good, we got west slot. Now, this is Arizona, Tucson. Backers, extra, man-to-man. So you might have to keep coming. Just keep coming. Win that. Beautiful. Beautiful on the backs. Who is that? Oh, bend them. Lose them. See ya. Nice job. That's excellent. Yeah, please, you stay here now. Stay here. Okay? I think one time you saw Sterling get to the end zone and they pinned it to him, like right there. But if you move up the field, you're going to get in his path. Okay? Stay right in the flat there. Now, you tight ends, listen. Another story. We call this from Eagle one time, and Brett came out here to win the game, last play of the game against Detroit, and he threw Mark Ingram wide open in the back, just like this. He lost the guy, and as Brett was throwing, somebody chased him back from behind and just splattered him. Just hit him. If he gets the ball off, we tie the game. If he doesn't get the ball off, they win. It was boom as he was throwing. Okay? So you guys are back here for protection's sake. All right? I mean, or if it's red slot, the fullback and the tight end are back here for anything that comes off this edge, you just block them. So the quarterback can pull up or whatever. If he has to, okay? Very nice. Okay, now that's a mouthful, all right? But it's, you know, I'll tell you what that is, it's fun stuff, you know? The morning practice will be consumed by red zone stuff, okay?
Listen up.
Any questions on what this is? It's, 5 after 10. You got snack in a little bit, might even be out there already. But now it's starting to add up, so now you gotta spend a little extra time away from the guitar and a little bit of time in the book, okay? You guys are doing good. We're getting there. Let's keep pushing, okay? See ya. We'll always, we'll install the goal line runs and passes together before the linemen leave, okay? We'll always do that this week. Okay. The first two plays that we put in come off the 64 lead, okay? So not only pitch and whatever else we do down there, but 64 lead's got to be a play because we will play action that like crazy. Okay, the first one we put in. Now, we got to be able to put these in from you, but you muscle guys pay attention too, okay? Sean, take note of what that wing does. And if Johnny Romero were in the game, John, he would have to put you away from the receiver, right? You'd have to be there for this one, you'd have to be there for this one, and there for this one. Okay, John? Take note of the guy who's not going out for a pass. All right. First one. Brown left. Got 64 U corner, halfback flat. Now, the U, we'd like the outside release, okay? Push maybe 5 or 6 yards into the end zone and then go to the pylon. If we throw you the ball, we call it pop it up, all right? Doesn't matter if that buck is covering you from inside out or that linebacker is trying to cover you from inside out. Try to get away from him to the pylon, all right? Halfbacks, as you come out, you're going to eyeball that corner on the edge. Make him think maybe you're going to block him and then squirt to the flat. Look quickly because you're number one in the progression. Okay, halfbacks, you got to make this look like we are running 64 lead, sort of, all right? Obviously, it's not 64 lead because we run 64 lead to the wing, okay? Fullbacks, you got a tough job in that you got to fake, number one, and then you got to double check because if this linebacker here hits it, you got to take him. If he doesn't come, you got to get your eyes on the outside edge for any one of those two guys coming, okay? So sometimes that fake is not a real awesome fake. You'll see that on the film, okay? It's kind of a token fake. All right, quarterbacks? You'll reverse pivot, give them a jab fake, and come out looking. You'll stay on the move. Look in the flat first. If it's there, give it to them. All right? If not, keep coming. And if we have outside leverage with our tight end, we're going to pop one up. All right? Simple as that. It's 1, 2. Now, for some reason, he gets wrestled to the ground or whatever. You keep coming because 3 would be wrong. Okay? Tackle. Reach him. Right here, you're going down right here. These two on these two. Here, here. Block the edge. We're very solid back here. Fullback's got the double check. Okay? Backer to edge. And come around and the ball's thrown quickly. Okay? And we'll only run it one way. To the right. Okay? Now 64 U corner, halfback flat. U group or muscle group. That's how we're going to signal this, right? Okay. Next play. Again, U group or muscle group. Blue right. Blue right. Pass 64 solid, flanker cross. Okay, now the word solid has to ring a bell. When we say solid, what the left guard is going to do is stab that nose and come out for somebody coming off the edge. Okay? Give your center a little help and then come on back. You stay here. Use. You're going to go 1,001, 1,000 go, and run right down the goal line. All you need to be is just inside. Just inside the end zone for the catch. That's all we need is a catch. Then it's over, right? Center goes back, guard goes back, fullback, you hit this thing 100 miles an hour and knock him right in the mouth. Okay? Tackle on here. This is solid. Solid means tight end stays in, right? And now, this will be you or Sean if we happen to be in muscle. And you just work that guy, let's say he's man-to-man, push him, and then you're going towards the back of the end zone, coming across like an over route, really. but it's fast and it's hard. You got to get by the linebackers. We should make them bite because we're going to run 64 deep. They will be up here in the line of scrimmage. So all you got to do is beat that safety, and you're going to have a clear sailing. Okay? Halfback, you come hard and block the edge. He's blocking him. If that corner comes, you've got him. The protection is very solid, quarterback, so you can really sell the fake. Lean over it, sneak the Berget, and come straight back. All right? Very different fake than on this one. This is a token fake, and you're coming out because the fullback has a tough job. This one, you can really bury it. All right? The better you bury it, the better these linebackers bite down inside, and this corner sometimes falls back inside, or the backer covering him peaks on the run, and then we get people open. He's number one. If you don't like him, find him in the back of the end zone. If you don't like that, you throw it right over his head. Now, it's got to be kind of close this year, okay? It can't be in the 18th sleep. All right? Yeah. Hit the tuba player in the end zone at that time. All right? Pass 64 solid, flanker cross, and again, we'll only run it this way. All right. Next play. Again, you or muscle. If it's muscle, Johnny Romero, you're on the backside. Now, this play we'll also use as a potential two-point play. This is also a potential short yardage play. All right? It's a good play in that it's a different kind of formation because the receiver now is in the backfield, all right? And the fullback's the wing. And oftentimes, if they're a man-to-man team, they start yelling at each other, you got him, you got him, okay? Now, look at formation. Red, left, switch. That means these two people switch positions. Red, left, switch, Z right. When the receiver's in the backfield, we say Z right or X left, okay, rather than F, because you're not a flanker. When you're out of the backfield, we'll say Z, okay, that tells you you're in the backfield. All right? Now, in this motion, Z right, you're going to step up and you're going to hug this thing as tight as you can, and we're going to snap the ball about just a couple yards outside here. I don't know if it'll be 3. Just a couple yards outside that U. Pretty tight, okay? Sprint right G. When we say the letter G, that means the guard's going to pull. Now this diagram again is a little bit misleading because you got a full pull. You're coming out. If the buck comes, guards, you cut him. If the corner crashes, you cut him. But you're cutting whoever comes on the edge. If nobody comes, you keep coming, stay on our side of the line of scrimmage, and be alert for a go call by the quarterback. Okay, guards? Got that? Who's over there? You got John. All right? Come out flat, looking for cut, listening for go. All right? Now, use, same thing. Same thing as that. Straight U corner, halfback flat. Try to get the outside release, if at all possible, unless he's in a real wide 9. And then you're going to run the same type of a corner. Pop it up, type of throw, okay? And we need to get a lot of those against air, just so we get the feel of making that throw. All right? Halfback. You're running just like this, aren't you? At the edge, and then boom, get to the pylon. Stay flat. Just get in the end zone. Now, that's a little bit like pass 64 U corner, halfback flat right here. What complicates it for the defense is you got a receiver in the backfield. You got motion, so they're running all over. And as you come up in here, Niall, or it could be Bobby Shaw or Sean Bullard, all right? You come up here, you're going to try to pick this backer who would be covering that halfback right here, okay? With the tight end pushing up and you pushing up, it is very difficult for that guy to get through there. There's just too many bodies, all right? Now, you got to be an actor. You got to turn up inside, and you got to give him your hip. You know what I mean? You can't just, you can't just bump him. You got to give him your hip and be an active receiver. Make him bubble over the top of you, right? This line might be too deep. Maybe you're up in here, make him go over the top so we can throw this in the flat. Now, you don't get the ball right away, which you won't. Now you continue to drift into an open spot. We'll show you an example of getting the ball right over the goal line, just working open this way, okay? We say sprint right. This is full sprint, just like sprint right option, all right? Progression. You're coming out here looking for the back of the flat. You're going to have him most of the time because the backer will simply not cover him. There's too many people, all right? If for some reason they zone it off and play flow zone, and the corner simply waits in the flat for him, you look for the tight end on a pop-up. We got to be right on the line, on the goal line here, and we got to be very near the back pylon over there, Tony and Sean and you guys, okay? So there's a 10-yard separation between the two. If the corner covers the flat, he can't recover in the back of the end zone, okay? And then if for some reason it's just too jumbled up, keep coming, and now Z, you work open as number 3. Okay? Got it? Now call the play. It's wordy. Call it.
Let's switch Z right, spread right, G, quarter half back flat.
That's easy for you to say. All right. Carrie Hess, you want to say it? Read it.
Red left switch, Z right, spread right, G, quarter half back.
You got it. All right, buddy. And again, we'll only do this one way, okay? Let's take a look at the film. What? Oh, Eagle Street, yeah, let's do that. Okay. 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 That's the option. That's if you wanted that. 64 U corner, halfback flat. U group. Run left. Okay? Okay, good. Now they're both open, huh? If you get a halfback, let me just say this. If you get a halfback this open, Pat, you take him, okay? Take him right now. That's an easy throw. That's number 1. Now, if we make 64 lead go, these people are going to bite on it like a big dog. Okay? That guy right there is in coverage on the tight end. But he's got to play the run first, even though it's this type of fake. With fullbacks, you've got to double check this. Inside to out. Okay? And that's pretty good. He's ready to go. John Wilborn blocking back on that nose. So the backside is very solid. We'll give a double read to the fullback. Token fake on the reverse pivot by the quarterback. 1, 2 is pop up, 3 is run. That's good. Same thing. Going to happen fast down here, isn't it? Now take a look at the fullback right here. Brett leading Mark Vera. Watch the double check. This guy's not hitting it fast enough. Look at the edge. Bang. You see it? And it's not a great fake. You got to protect, because we can't throw the ball unless that guy is getting bumped or cut. All right? Very important. Fullback can do this. Okay, good. Same thing. Now, you like number 1, Pat? No. Look for 2. Okay, now he cut this off because he was man-to-man and he just flattened it. Okay? This was sort of an adjustment, all right? Because the guy was covering him pretty well. Same thing. Now, fullbacks, again, take a look at the fullback. Blocking 1, 2. 1, 2. Watch. Bang. Okay? Get in his face so he can't knock the ball down. This is well done. 1, 2. Pop it up. All right? This corner is zoning off, waiting for the back to come out. But that linebacker is what? He's covering the tight end. You gotta be kidding me. How's he gonna stop the run and cover the tight end at the same time? Okay, everybody okay on pass 64? U corner, halfback flat. All right, call the play. Pass 64, solid. When we say solid, that means tight end, you're blocking solid. Backside guard, you're going to stick and come on out of there. And halfback, you're going to block the edge 100 miles an hour. And fullback, you can make the best fake you ever made in your whole life. Okay? Quarterback goes straight back. We need better fake than this. This is, get in there. Dive over the top. Whatever. Barrel in there. This has got to be a great fake. It's got to be looking like the run. Backside tight end. Smack him. Good. And then go flat. Go flat. Go flat. Now he's not open, is he? Then we gotta win this right here. Kyle, you gotta win that right there. Win it. Okay, now the new rule says when you throw it away, it's gotta be closer than that, okay? We'll ask Earl Sorgan to explain that. Alright, here we go again. Bang. Now this is a good job. Who's that? Drake? Alright. Come on out of there, protect the quarterback. We need to be better right here. Hit it in there, fullbacks. Hit it in there, fullbacks. Tailbacks block the edge. Kofi, get through there and win it. Well, that's pretty good right there. Quarterbacks go straight back and set your feet. Hit. Go flat. There it is. He's number 1. That's all you need to be is just in the end zone. 1, 2. Pass 64 solid flank across. Okay? Here's the left guard trying to get out. Get out. A little bit different. Now, here's one. He looks open. Give him the ball. Take a look at number 2. Okay? You just got to beat him one-on-one over here. See it, Niall, Bobby? Sean? Just beat him with your speed and get some depth so you're not real close to the goal line here. Get more towards the back of the end zone. Call the play, Z.
We're at that 64 solid play.
Okay. Good fake. Make a good fake. Dive up over the top. Whatever you got to do. Make these people peek. This guy right here was in coverage, but look what happened. He's looking at the ball carrier. Watch. He looked at it for just a second too long. Right? We got to be able to run the 64 lead. Guards coming out. See it? Kirsten, Drake, you guys? Yager?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sprint right GU corner, halfback flat. What do you guys want to call them later?
Red left, switch, Z right, sprint right, GU corner, halfback flat.
Great. Here's red, left, switch, Z right, sprint right G. You got to say G. Now, I'm not kidding you. One time Brett forgot to say G against the Vikings. Guard didn't pull, and the guy Dolman just killed him. Okay? You got to say G. But you guys try to remember this on sprint right. You know, remember it. That's good motion right there. Nice and close, huh? Nice and close so you can get a good pick. You see how tight it is? I don't think this is 3 yards. This is just outside the tight end. Get up the field. Now, you got to be an actor or they're going to call us for a pick right there. Give them your right hip. All right? Now, quarterbacks, you're coming out running. Guards, you're coming out running, looking to cut somebody. If there's no cut, you're waiting for a go call. Stay on our side of the line of scrimmage until you hear a go call. Again, this will be short yardage, goal line, 2-point play, whatever we want right here. You like this? Play catch. Okay, now, yeah, tight end's got to run you corner, huh? That's you. Okay. You stay in the block, you run the corner. Give it to him. Okay? See, can you call this play?
Yeah.
You group. Call it.
Red left, switch, Z right, red right, GU corner, halfback flat.
All right, baby. All right, take a look at the right guard here. Coming out now, John. Come on out of here. Expect somebody on the edge. Keep his hands down. Okay, now this is to number 3 now. Take a look at it. This is to number 3. See how he's working open? This guy's getting grabbed. You're not going to have it in the flat. You're not having it in the flat. You're jumping all over it. You're zoning off. You're zoning off. Here, you got to get open. You got to get open right here. Okay? Oh. Same thing. Right guard, coming out. Okay, good. Now, stick around. We got to put in one screen. Here's a nickel screen. Eagle group. Where do we run right now from spread right, eagle right? What play? TJ drive Z post, okay? Eventually, we will also be able to run all go from this. Spread right, eagle right. 2-jet all go special. Okay, you see this? Spread right, eagle right. Yesterday what we put in was 2-jet off the flanker drive, right? Right off the flanker drive, where the fullback's going to screen strong. Okay? Well, with this screen, we're going to motion strong to trips, and we're going to screen back weak. Okay? That's all we're going to do. No big deal for anybody else. Linemen, you're all the same. It's 3-jet, halfback screen, tackle, set, cut, at least 4 yards deep. And guard, you're going to be out first, probably with kick out, force, center back inside up the alley, backside guard peek, and then get up the alley, and you stay solid, and you guys are going to just push up the field 100 miles an hour, okay? We want you to make this look more like all go special, because we don't want to bring people back in here with flanker drive. Okay, receivers? Because then you'll be pulling people back to where we're going to screen. So really, these lines that have been drawn up the field, just like all go special. Okay? Just let's all push. Quarterbacks, you come on back looking like you're going to throw all go. 5 steps, and then we're going to screen back to the halfback. Okay? Very simple screen. Very good nickel screen. All right? I don't know, do we want, is he not going back to his room with the tape? Is he? I don't know, do we want, is he not going back to his room with the tape? Is he? Oh, yeah. That might take a long time.
I'll bet on 5 minutes.
It's really, and these plays that we're going to put in can be called on 1st and 10 if you want to, you know. But we're always going to have a short yardage pass and run category, and we're going to have a couple 3 calls that we're going to just simply go to in a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, and maybe a 3rd and 3 situation. Okay. All right. Now, this one was. Can you hit the lights there? Great. Great. You coming back, buddy? Hit the light, would you? Thanks. Now, we did this in the spring. Blue right, F short. Now, what play did we run out of blue right, F short? Flanker drive. We got flanker drive and the flanker drive screen right now. And then we have box 3, weep. Okay, now, this play is going to begin like flanker drive, isn't it? All right? We're going to snap the ball about 4 yards there, just like we do in flanker drive. You're going to start inside. After the tight end outside releases, right? Just like flanker drive. All of this looks like flanker drive to these people. However, instead of running a basic, you're going to stick it and run the corner. Z's, instead of running the drive, you're going to pull up in here. If it's zone, just sit down. Just simply sit down between that backer and that backer. All right? If it's man, of course, you'll return back outside. Halfbacks, you're in the flat, free release, go. Stretch it. You could get the ball if it's very soft. 3rd and 2, and it's soft out there, play catch. All right? Now, this is another bastard play in that it's right formation, 3 jet. What's the other one that we have already?
Right,
X drive, right? X drive. So you got to remember that. The arrow and the X drive are opposite 3 jet when we're in right formation. No big deal. This man's still going to double check, just like he always does. Slide will be this way. Just know that your quick throw on this one will be the halfback. Bam! Okay? That's one quick throw if you get full blitz. Now the other one, there's an alert throw on this also, and it's your tight end. Okay? If they're blitzing this thing, and that linebacker is trying to cover our guy one-on-one, if we get the outside release, it's over. Okay? I mean, it's not an overcall, it's over for him. Okay? And do you know on the tape that we have him throw to Samara? You know who the Sean Bullock. Great. Okay? Now, backside, you're clear. Just get out of here. All right? Pull back and check, and then check it down. You guys are just going. All right? We are going to work here. Now, you do have an alert throw if you have time, because it is 6-man protection to the tight end. But, other than that, the progression is 1-2. All right? It's a little bit like 50X spot, 51X spot. There's a corner throw, that's an alert throw against man, and then it's 1-2. Okay? You got that? All we need is a couple yards. Z's, come on down in there, get about 3 yards, zone, stay put, you'll get the throw, you just make the catch and put it away. First down. If it's man-to-man, return. Okay? We'll only do this one way right now. All we need to do is one way. All right? Call the play, Z.
Blue right, short, you just like arrow, halfback quick.
Okay, good. All right, this is a new play from the spring. Mark it down. New. All right? It's an old concept, though, but it's a new play. This is just like 51X spot as far as the quarterback's progression and read is concerned, but it's different people doing it. All right? We'll go red right. Now, Z's, you got to bring your split down a little bit, okay? We'll fiddle with this, but let's start at maybe 8 yards or so. 8 to 10. We'll just see what works best, okay? Tight end, outside release, and you're going to run the corner out, just like a Z would in 51X spot. You run the corner. If it's man-to-man, you got an alert throw for a touchdown, all right? I don't care if it's 3rd and 1. If he wins that, let's go gash him, okay? Z's, You come on down, just like an X does, inside the first flat defender, right? It could be cover 3. That would be a strong safety, right? Work inside of him. We have a wide free release by the fullback. That'll pull that flat defender back outside and give you a hole in here. If it's a buck linebacker dropping, work inside of him. Sit down between linebackers or return back outside against man. Okay? You guys understand this concept pretty well. You've been doing it. So it's a lot like the spot route, flanker arrow, or double arrow, eagle cross, where you're coming down inside. Okay? Sit between linebackers. There's your alert throw. The progression is 1-2. Simple as that. All we need is a completion for the first down. Just get a completion, even if it's the fullback wide. The hot would be the fullback. Okay, quarterbacks, they blitz it, drop it out to the fullback, and run for 2. All right? We got a backside alert post and halfback check protection, and this front it would be that linebacker, and then you simply check it down. Quarterback take a 5-step drop, just like you would if you went at slot. Okay? It's a strong side stop. All right. All right, more base passes. Some of these are same plays, just new formations. First one, zebra. You say now this could be considered a nickel pass. You know, if you want to just consider it a zebra group nickel. But we could come out on zebra 1st and 10, right? Now, this is exactly the same formation for the quarterbacks as it was base, run right, slot A right. Okay? That's what this is. All we're doing is putting a receiver instead of the halfback. Right? So now it's zebra. Brown right slot, and we say zebra right, just like we say Z right. This is zebra right. Okay? And again, hug the line of scrimmage, snap him up where? In the C gap, you're in the flat right away, tight ends inside release, run your stick, Z's run your spot, work open. You guys ran a little bit too far today on the stick nod. Get in there and then work away from those linebackers. You're running into trouble just a little bit. What?
It seemed like they'd be running across my face. Like running across the center, so it never gave me a chance to see if they were open or not.
I don't know if I've ever seen a spot cross the center in my whole life. Okay? Receivers, and they're all drawn up that way, but they never get there. They're always in here someplace. Okay? Or returning back outside. So if you're taking a healthy split, you're just not going to be able to get there on a 3-step drill, so don't even worry about it. Okay? Receivers, if you're crossing the ball, you're too far. And then simply read the play. Here's 1 if it's soft. Here's 2 and 3, and normally we're going 2 and 3. Backside alert post. Okay? All it is a confusion play. It's the same deal for us, but it's a zebra guy in the backfield. Okay? Got it? All right, Tiger. I think we put this in the spring, didn't we? No. Oh, we didn't. Did you film on this, Hugh? Couple?
Yeah.
Okay. This play really is for cover 8. Okay? Cover 8. And it's solo right switch, Tiger group. Solo right switch. What's the other play we run from this? All go. 2-jet all go. Now, we're going to go 22 scat, which means 5-man protection. Fullback's out free. Right? This guy, there's nobody blocking the backside. It's only 5-man protection. Right? Fullbacks, get in the flat right now. What happens in cover 8, there would be a linebacker out here on the Z, and there would be a middle linebacker. Okay? Let me show you how that's going to look. We should change the diagram on this shit, okay? This is a cover 8 play. We won't be able to so that comes off. Okay. There'll be a backer sitting right here, and it could be a nickel or dime guy, and then there'll be a backer sitting in there. Okay? Now, what happens is, that guy takes the third receiver out either way. So if this back goes here, he's got to work this way. But if this guy goes inside, he'll take him, and this backer or nickel guy will take him. Okay? Cover 8. What happens is, when this guy comes down inside, he's really one-on-one with the linebacker. Okay? He's one-on-one. Because this linebacker will jump that flat, that linebacker or nickel guy will jump that flat, and you have the whole middle of the field to mess with that linebacker. Okay? Because normally they have, unless they substitute 7 defensive backs, and that's still okay too. Dallas did that with Bill Bates, right? Otherwise, it's a linebacker. Come in here, and you get about 5 yards, and you sit down. He will start to play you, and then you just work away from him, okay? He'll stutter, and you just work away. He'll stutter, you work away. I hope we got a good film on this. We're going to have alert scene post, 5-step post on both sides, okay? And you guys get to the flats as fast as you can, and then when you get to the sidelines, work up the field, quarterback, take a 5-step drop, you're going to pump to the Z, and then you're going to work one way or the other. What happens is this guy bites on it, and you come open, and you have a lot of running room, all right? It's a play against cover 8. It's our defense. If you script that against 8, then it's going to be a gimme.
Who are you pumping to again?
To the Z.
So pump like it was thrown to him, then wait for him to make a break.
Yeah, you're going to come down here, he's going to do this, you're pumping, and you're going to work one way or the other.
So the X and the fullback would never actually get hit in the flat there.
No, you won't. Now, if they full blitz it, maybe throws it like he's doing a game at. Huh? Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Guy came off the edge.
Okay. We'll take a look at it on the film. I think we have some good film on this thing. Right? All right. All right. That's a cover 8 play. It's a special play. All right? And teams, you know, the monkey see, monkey do. Everybody's playing cover 8 right now, okay? So we actually stole it from Shannon Sharp. I mean, Denver had this thing. Shannon Sharp was working this guy. And then we started doing it with Robert Brooks. And it was great. Okay? All right. Brown right slot open. What do we run from this formation? Regen X drive, right? Now, in the red zone in Tucson, they're putting a linebacker up here, right? Well, that weakens them up here for the run, so they're not going to do that up the field and all that kind of thing. So, but up the field, this linebacker's in here, this guy's been pretty soft on that there, right? Tight ends. So, pardon me?
They put a linebacker out there.
In Tucson, yeah, in the red zone. Yeah. Okay, but up the field they won't. Now, if they do, that's okay. You just run the route, whatever we call, and if the quarterback doesn't like it, he probably won't if there's a backer and a DB, then you just work what? Your spacing, okay? So, now spacing, X, you get over the ball, Z's, come around, bang on the pivot, about 6, really it's 6. Halfback, get all the way to the sideline, couple yards from the sideline, fast, fullback, you check, 300 jet, and then you run your wide check down. Stay out of that throwing lane for the pivot. So you got some good spacing right there, all right? Your spacing, you should be distributed kind of like that, you 3 guys, all right? Quarterback come out and take a look at Y. We can call, like Terry S. said today, 300 jet, smoke them off under. All right? 1-1. All right? And now Y's, if you have Thunder or Omaha or Smoke or whatever we call, and it's bump and run, or cloud, what are you going to do? You're going to convert it, right? If we call slant, then you stay on with the slant against all that stuff. And just keep it on. Got it? You don't like it, quarterbacks, because they walk a guy out there, come on back for space. All right, Tiger. Solo right, 200 jet, drag, slant. The audible for this would be called what? Dragon, 200 jet dragon. See it? You got a drag slant on both sides, drag slant on both sides. Halfback, you double check, sit down over the ball, and stay there. Okay? We have that in and spread already, don't we? Right? Yes. Okay. See that? If it was left formation, solo left, it'd be what? 300 jet, drag slam. Okay? You got it? All right, next page. All right, we already talked about the screen. Now, here's another play. I don't think we put this in the sprint either. Did we? Yeah. Good. Double wing right. Now we put it in on a regular. Double wing on a regular puts the halfback here. Right, halfbacks. And if we're in zebra group, zebra splits the difference. Just simply split the difference between the tackle and the X off the ball. All right. Now, this is a different play than Texas, so you got to remember it. Okay, tight ends and Z's, it's a different play. We're going to run 22 scat. That means it's 5-man protection. Texas by the fullback. When we say wide cross, you're going to push to 8 yards vertically, straight up the field, and then you're going to run a basic cross. And you're going to stay on the move. Make a note. You stay on the move all the time. okay? Don't worry about the coverage. If there's linebackers, just keep running. We'll throw it to somebody else, okay? What we want to have happen is that linebacker, quarterback's first narrow vision, as you go back, you eyeball him, that backer. If he tries to jump, because we're going to try to inside release here, tight ends, hopefully the backer will try to ride you, and then we throw the Texas, okay? If he doesn't, so if he takes the tight end, obviously we throw the Texas. If he jumps the Texas, which they'll start doing because they get all excited when they stop Texas, right? Then we're going to simply throw the ball, bam, right here to the tight end, okay? So it's 1-2, 1-2, and then we're working off that linebacker. Normally, this linebacker widens up because of the formation, right? Half the time he's walking right out there on the guy. So when we do this, he'll widen for us. There'll be a nice window in here for number 2 on that shortened down basic cross, okay? But you have to stay on the move. The other thing that happens in cover 8 is that safety sometimes, they get a little anxious, and they come up and they try to make a play on the tight end like Peter did on Fox 2X and 1 hook today, right? If that's the case, here's your alert throw, like Fox 2X and 1 hook. Okay, quarterbacks? So you got a chance for Texas and right in there and just work it. And you can just do that when you're upfield and safeties are real deep, and it's a normal 3 deep or 2 deep coverage, okay? When we start tightening it down and they start crowding us, then there's always that alert thought to the Z, like you hit several times already this week, okay? This side over here is simply clear. You drag him out of there to get the buck out of there, or the plugger, and X outside release right here against everything, really. And we're working 1-2 with an alert post. You got it? Zebra group or regular group. Call and play. Scat Texas, Y cross. Different play for everybody. Alright? Scat Texas, Y cross. 8-yard cross. Alright. We have the screen. What else? That it? Let's look it up. Is this the beginning of it? Alright, 3-jet flanker, halfback quick. Call and play, Pat. Red right, F short. Okay, go blue now, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Blue right, F short. You know what? We can do it, Red. Blue right, F short. Okay, now just make it look like a flash. Listen up now, guys. Alert throw. Whoa, baby. Let's just look at it. That would have been a killer right there. Okay? Otherwise, it's goes in first down. It's 3 and 2, 5-step drop. Get it, catch the ball, put it away. Right now, just at least, keep it right there. You never want to see it, Niall, and you guys are trying to get a touchdown on this and circling them back around here and running all over the place just to get an extra inch, okay? We already have what we wanted at first down. If you can get another 3 yards or 1 yard, that is terrific, but at least keep that first down, okay? Get the ball away. Split them. And then you got your back in the flat. Look quickly. Split them. Blue right F short. Now, you know what's great about this? This is a fire zone, isn't it? A rush zone. Here comes the safety. Here comes the safety. You're throwing it on 5 quick. We can get the ball off, can't we? Look at this. All right, look at the back of the flat. If you wanted a blitz throw or a quick throw, this guy would have been right down the sidelines. See it? Yeah, you might want to. Yeah, you might want to. Okay, Tony, cross his face. If he's that deep. Well, we're getting everybody open here. Either one of these. Right? Remember, it's 1-2. 1-2. That's a good play right there on the west side. Call a play, Terry. Blue right, F short. Reject. Beautiful. Like the arrow and the arrow halfback. Run this little arrow route, right? This is beautiful right here. Big time, right there. That's your alert throw. Everybody be ready. He's finding receivers, guys, all over the place. Everybody expect the ball. It's a blitz too, isn't it? Good pickup. that Brent? All right, good play. Call it.
You're right, F short, 3 jet flanker, arrow, halfback right.
All right. Either one of these guys is going to have it. If you wanted the first time right here, you could have had that, right? He's out leveraging everybody. Wesley, okay, call this play. I don't know if we have it.
There's one out of E.
Okay, tight end. Forget the tight end. Tight end's not going to be there too soft, okay? Work inside the flat defender. Inside the flat defender.
Now, in this play, it's not scat, correct?
No, just 22. Your backside's protected. The halfback will protect your backside. Now this, if this were any normal coverage, you'd have the Z. Okay? But they're playing boxing one. They're cloudy, strong, and locking that corner up on Sterling and holding him. Okay? Playing 3D behind it, boxing one kind of thing. But you'll have this throw, huh? See, inside the flat defender, here's the flat defender. There's the area which you need to be in, okay?
Coach, we'll be looking to get one underneath the back or over the top.
If it's zone, see, he's running like man. This guy's really covering his back pretty hard, isn't he? If they zone drop, you'll be underneath the linebackers, okay? But you'll get a good amount of man, right? Third and two, they're not going to play real soft.
That Johnson on the ball again?
That was right here. Right here, right here. See it? Okay, guys. Tight end, outside release, corner route. Halfback, protect. 22 protection. Check that linebacker. Z's, take about an 8-yard split. Now this happens to be out of E group. E group. Now we can certainly flex our tight ends out like this, a 3-yard stand you up. Red right open. Okay, or flex and run the same play. But here's the progression. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, it's 3rd and 3. Just play catch. All right. You've seen this already. We're going to carry about 5 or 6 goal line passes for the next 10 years. Okay? We just get very good at them. We'll get this here. We'll have that.
Oh, chop.
Alright, we will use this play a ton because nobody will be able to run out to it.
Spin right to the corner, halfback flat.
Niall and Bobby, you got to be good at this. We're going to call this on 3rd and 1 at the 50-yard line. Thinking, just to keep a drive alive.
Done a good job by the hater boy. By the I
think it's a great.
I mean, hater boy. That's a good acting. You got to throw down. I mean, you fought one of them. They can't.
You got to get your right hip, not your numbers.
They can't call it. What are they gonna call?
That's a good job by the Z. Work open, work open, work open, work open.
Hater boy. Oh shit.
Now, take a look at how he's trying to pick this linebacker. Watch your right hip come around. No pick. Didn't get it. Now work open. Okay, let's take a look at stick. 322Y stick. Now, this might be a tailback. Doesn't matter. Let's put a Damian Douglas or a receiver right there, okay? Zebra group. We'll call it brown right, slot, zebra right. Okay? 322Y stick. We're going to snap you up right there in the C gap. Okay, receivers? Good, Tony.
We're going to 17 power off that, coach.
Now, this guy right here, okay, this guy's covering you man to man, looks like. You gotta return back out of here, okay? Return back out of here and win this right here. Win that. Zebra guy, right here. Call it. Brad, Steele. Ooh.
We can read.
Okay, that's all the room we need. Play catch. Is that you, Sean? All right, let's take a look at the backside spot. Is that a good place to be? Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. No sense going over the ball. There's going to be somebody standing right there. Just flip those little guys right there for an easy catch. Now, Brandon, hug this closer. We want to be close right here. See how deep you are? We want to be closer so you can get there faster. Well done. Well done. This is too tight. Pisu. Play catch. That's enough room right there. Now, if this guy squeezes it from outside in, this guy goes right down the sideline as number 4. Okay, quarterbacks? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way to finish. Who's that? Okay, now we're straight up the field. Tony, this is only the first day we do this. We're straight up the field. This is a nice place to be right here, Bobby Shaw. Nice place to be. Now we change this check down to a Y. You know that. Get the field. Up. Over.
Oh, wait a minute.
Let's take a look at this. Okay, this is solo switch. That's a tight end. That's a tight end. Here's solo switch. Okay, 22 scabs the option. This man goes to the flat. This man goes to the flat. We're trying to get rid of these two people. We want this Z right here to work on that guy one-on-one. 5 steps to pump and then work one way or the other. Now, I got a feeling this is just a hair bit from him. Yeah. Okay, now you see how he came in here? Stay away from him so you don't get bumped around by these big guys and then work open. See how these guys run out of here for you? See how these guys are running out of here for you? This is 88 coverage. It's just what we want. But normally this guy will turn and look that guy up if they're well prepared for the play. Otherwise, you just work open. I'm going to show you. Right here. Take a look. That guy's there. That guy's there. This is how much room you got to beat that linebacker. Now, receivers, can we beat a linebacker with that much room? Okay, same thing, cover 88. That Z has got to beat him right there, okay? Hopefully, this guy will leave with the back in the flat, and this guy will leave with that guy. Okay? Look how much area. That guy's out of the picture. This guy's out of the picture. That Z has got the whole middle of the field to beat the linebacker. Okay? When we run slants, the corners and the safeties both get out of there. We're using up 4 people with 2 slant guys or big tight ends. Just blow through there. And then you guys clear these guys out, and now we work right there. Okay? Okay, there's a couple more in that game. Or maybe the other time we played them that were really big. Okay, now, we didn't have anything to show you, but just remember we're going to run the 2 and 300 jet Y slant, and Y thunder, and all that stuff for you guys out there, okay? Hang on, a couple more. Jet dragon. Pick a side and just go get a completion. Back check over the ball and sit there. Oh, wow. Okay, Scott, Texas, wide cross. First narrow vision, we're looking at that guy right there. If he backs up, we're throwing Texas. If he bites, we're throwing across. What's he doing? Okay? This is kind of man to man. He's just getting out. He's just getting beat. He's just getting beat. That's good Texas right there. Ooh. 23, Scott, Texas, wide cross. Look at him. What's he doing? What's he doing? What are you going to do with the ball? Look at Texas. Okay? Looking at him. He takes the tight end, throw the Texas. Takes the Texas, you throw the tight end. You two guys, clear this out over here. You run the alert post. 5-step throw, quarterbacks. Well done. We can run that on a tight, or a zebra and base. Call a play. Preston, call a play.
Dual wing right, 22, Scott, Texas, wide cross.
Right. Okay, now they've got a safety up in here. Kind of see the whole picture. When they bring all kinds of bodies up here, quarterbacks on Texas, you got to kind of see the area. You know, if it's soft, you throw to Texas. That's all. Good job. Good job. Nice block. Call it, Jerry. Yeah. Okay, what's he doing? Come again. Local coverage. Oh boy. Nice. And take away Texas. Go to 2. Flatten now, Sean. Flatten. Yeah, look at you. Oh. Here's your screen. Alright, spread right eagle right, okay? We probably want to, let's cut the split down right here, okay? Kind of like E-drive. And then we push up the field like all goes special. You guys all feel like all goes special, okay? So cut the split down and motion him outside and you're coming up here. Everybody pushes. Push, and we scream with you. Oh boy. We got 3 against 1 right now. See ya. Wow. Look. Oh. Good. Look at the special. Look at it. Right here. Sit down. Now you gotta have a sack in the pocket. Draw the rush. Get them coming to you. Give. Throw the dart. Good tear. Good running. Score with it. Same thing. Cut your split down easy. If you steal right out of your back, that's how you do it. Now, I'm going to let you see that one more time. You're going to see this when we're in real uniform. You're going to see this. This is going to happen. We're going to go the distance with screens. These will be big chunk plays for us. These are it's going to happen. Now, you got to block first, right? Back. Remember we saw if they come, you got to stone them and then screen, right? Always. Blocking protection first. That's a good piece of running because we're inside of the kick-out block. There's a kick-out. Now go. Call it.
Spread left, eagle left. Together next time. Michael Johnson tailback.